which is the one thing I do like about Dungeons and Dragons.
Here's the thing that everyone who has ever played Dungeons and Dragons needs to know and remember. Within the DMG, it says the DM's ruling goes above any rules in the book.
Yep.
Exactly. Isn't that like page 3?
I believe so.
I don't know the exact page. If
That was
I had the
page
book
1.
in front of me.
I could look it up if you guys want.
It'd
I
be
have
hilarious,
the
like
player.
you read through the
I have
entire
the.
thing, just at the end, there's like a note. Warning, these rules do not apply if the Dungeon Master says so. In other words, this book can be completely null and void if he chooses.
Yeah, which is a lot of rules lawyers, at least the ones I've met, seem to forget.
Oh, fucking hell.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go ahead and get this evening started.
Yep.
Before then, Corrosive and Blast.
What? Oh,
Corrosive
Corrosive and Blast. Yeah, that's basically the best elemental combination.
Got it. That's all I needed. Done.
Oh god.
You don't need to. Oh god, it's not part of this.
All right.
I still am concerned.
Oh, did you get your thing started, Tim?
Yeah, it's already started up going.
I mean, I
The
guess
economy!
By
You
the way,
said
we
he
were
got
not
it
live
right.
during our little conversation from earlier.
Okay, so the backstory for that joke is...
No, oh no,
No.
Already,
Let's not touch
just
that.
Troll burned that conversation. It's gone now. Don't worry about
Except
it.
it's not controlled burn.
Anyway.
Keep talking about it.
Ew.
We're removing it like a parasite.
All right. Tim, do you want to run us through our recap this week?
Sure. Let's see. Okay, shortly after our party has killed the green dragon overlord and have left the outskirts of Rubra, our party has decided to stay in Mavo for the night, talk to some old friends, and our old priestess named Tara. Is that correct?
Hera.
I thought so. Is now a frickin' general for basically Mothcello, and is basically currently defending against Blu-ray M, who are currently being frightened by the Hollows. Our party is currently in how you pronounce it again? Bonview? Bonvine?
Fuck me. Bonvenue.
Bonvenue? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Our party did make a detour to Wheatbriar, then went to Bonview. I think I said that right. I'm sorry if I said that incorrectly. Where we were trying to get in. Most of the party decided to sneak in over the wall by flying, climbing, etc. Just to find out that there's literally an anti-magic field that basically cancels out any magic that is over the wall. Fortunately, or rather unfortunately, our party is now on the other side of the bridge while being hunted by guards. And are currently staying at an inn called the what was it called again? I'm sorry.
I wrote it down. I think. Fuck. Where did I write it down? Fuck, I didn't write it down.
It is of little import.
Wasn't it like something? I think it was like the French equivalent of like Welcome
Bar,
Tavern.
Continuing on.
Yes.
Wasn't
exactly.
it the equivalent of like welcome in French tavern? I'm just gonna call
was
it the
more or
tavern.
less it was something akin to like the welcome.
Yeah.
We'll call it the welcome wagon.
Oh
The
yeah,
welcome
I think it
wagon.
was the welcome wagon, wasn't it?
'Cause I remember it was welcome something.
I think it was welcome
No,
wagon. But
it wasn't. But we're just going with that.
anyways, the party goes to the welcome wagon. Luckily, it's late at night, so they're not doing background checks. So the party is currently split up in 3 different areas. Tempest is currently on the other side of the bridge. It has very limited communication with the party, and is probably
We
going
have
to be,
an earpiece that we can talk to you through.
like I said, very limited communication.
Jim, just get your ass over here.
I can do it as fast as I can. I'm not able to climb over a wall like you guys,
Yes,
let alone
Wings.
fly.
You're a dragonborn, right?
I don't have wings.
Yeah. Come on, get good.
Why not?
I don't
What,
have wings. I never
Are
understand.
you the run to the family?
I
Are
have.
you the run to your family, my dude?
What a shame to all dragons.
Not all dragonborns have wings.
We said dragons. Not
I'm
dragonborn.
pretty sure they do. I mean, we've seen dragons with wings.
God. Okay, I see where you guys are trying to
That
go
doesn't
there.
mean dragonborn can't.
You guys are messing with me. Okay.
What do you
Why
mean
are
we're
we
messing
not
with you? Why
messing
don't
with
you have...
Jim?
We're not messing with you. We just wonder why you don't have wings.
Tam just doesn't have his wings.
Alright.
Well,
Enough
that's
of gaslighting
bullshit.
Tim. Let's move on.
Anyways, long story short, the majority of the party is in massive trouble yet again, for various reasons.
What do you mean we're in trouble?
We're chilling. No one can find us. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
all it
bar.
takes is a
A
couple of
public
guards
bar.
searching every tavern in the area.
Remember how restful
close
our
enough.
nights in Floragno were? No one ever found us and broke into one of our inns.
I
never.
beg to differ.
Inns are an entirely place in this campaign, and they always will.
Sure, you keep telling yourself that. Anyways, I believe
Untouchable
that
by the
covers the
Not telling
mass
me, I'm
majority
telling
of what
you.
happened, other than we saw a metal wagon heading towards Bevo. Possibly.
What?
That's not important.
It's not important.
Extremely little.
Oh, a metal wagon,
Oh, yeah,
not
that
imported,
was a
that's
horrifying
possibly heading to
monster in
Bevo. Sure, that's not important.
Of course not. See it.
Anyways, I
Yeah,
think that covers
starting to
pretty much
understand.
everything. Sorry if it's a washed down version, but I don't remember much. Been kind of busy
Don't
over
worry,
here.
I
covered most of it.
It was a lot of conversation last night rather than events.
It was mostly roleplay.
Yes. Dungeon Master, I crave violence.
Well, then violence there shall be.
Yay!
Everyone, roll initiative. You're being attacked by 20 flying bears.
Oh no.
Why are
Can
they
I
flying?
say dimensional door and get the fuck out?
No. The flying bears just turned off your magic.
They all have anti-magic fields within a 120-foot radius around them.
They're all wearing beholder eyes.
They all
Oh.
have armor of
What do you mean I can't
invulnerability.
hit them? The-
I actually made a counter
What do you
similar
mean
that I
I'm
just called the
useless?
flying pigs.
Anyway,
Alright.
Until they get attacked by an owlbear.
So, we found a place to settle down a bit. What is the plan, Galden? Because we don't know the city and you do.
Well, first off, the plan is to get out of town, obviously, and
We just got into
go
town.
somewhere. Yeah, okay, we don't
And
want to
we
spend too
also are
much
waiting
time
for
here,
Tim.
especially. Chin can catch
Oh.
up.
I do want to bring up something before we get
Yeah.
too much into. Oh God, my thing's broken.
Oh God, why that?
Oh god, nothing's working.
Oh no!
When I made this map and when I plotted out all of the measurements, I forgot about the fact that Blue Rayum is actually much smaller than the way it's depicted on the map, where it's effectively just one giant city on an island that's sectioned off into different cities.
Okay.
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
You're looking at London.
Yeah. This is London, my dudes.
This is
London if it was Russia.
Yes.
It's London, Russia.
Shut up.
Oh come on, that was practically gift wrapped.
So, quick question for the person inside my head. Which way from here?
Are we having this conversation like later that night, or are we having the session?
Yeah.
Let my brain reset. Is it morning or is it nightfall?
It's
I'd
nightfall.
rather get the plans in stone that night, so that
Yeah.
if something changes while we're sleeping, we know where to go.
Yeah. Problem is that I don't know if I can just.
We all
shout
have
in my own
earpieces,
head.
and we all have earpieces, and we can just talk quietly to each other from across rooms.
Yeah.
But she would over it in the morning. Daylight. Too dangerous.
Not even a direction?
Tell you a direction, you might go in it. And like I said, too dangerous.
Alright. Sorry guys, we're gonna be flying blind for a bit. Might as well wait for Tim then.
Tim, how
Wait,
you
did
feeling
Tim
about
lie?
getting into the city?
All you hear is snoring.
Oh no, he's asleep.
Well, we'll figure Tim out later. He'll have battery for a full 24 hours. We just put him in like 10 minutes ago. We're good until tomorrow night.
Did he seriously have to keep it on while he was sleeping though?
He doesn't know how to turn it off. He doesn't know how technology works. He could have at least taken it out of his ear, probably. Oh, yeah? Zane? What's up?
Because we're plotting for our next course of action, do you think we have enough time for you to do that little experiment with my lovely bear trap?
That would be loud and require materials and equipment, which I don't currently have. But once
loud
we're
being one of the things we don't want to be.
Yeah, once we're not in the middle of an inn, I'll get right on an attempt for that. I could work on drawing out schematics for tonight, but that's as far as I can really go. I can't physically make the thing yet.
Just, I'd like to be able to rip someone's face off and then maybe add their blood to my collection.
Alright, we gotta tone it down a tad. Like, you can
Dude,
think
this is
very
too far
malicious
even
thoughts.
for me.
Yeah,
this is getting a bit far.
Chill.
Like,
Only telling you guys, you're my friends. It's not like I'm hurting you guys.
Yeah, I'm a guy with anger issues, I can admit that, but this is something different, my dude.
Well, this is how I really am, and I'm the one who's gonna help you stay alive throughout all this bullshit that's happened upon us. So, maybe get used to it? I mean, it's not like you died dozens upon dozens upon dozens of times to a psychopath killing your entire clan. So, maybe it could be a little more empathetic.
Yes, but who also fell prey to a mask? As Mesquite leans over.
I know, you're absolutely right. I was trying to ignore that part of myself. I was trying. Well, at the
Yes,
time,
but
I
if you're
wasn't
going
really
to
aware
make a
of
flaw
myself.
to everyone else, you're going to have to show a flaw in your own.
No,
If you're going to,
absolutely. I have my own flaws, and it cost us a lot of
Hey.
time. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Okay.
I'm fine with the new attitude. Just don't target random innocent people and don't flaunt it too much.
Why would I
in
target innocent
negotiation.
people? Why would I target innocent people? We're on a very
You're
specific
sounding
mission.
you're sounding awfully violent in general.
Yeah.
Would you rather me be quiet and not say a word, and allow
No,
you
no,
guys
no,
to
no.
accidentally make things worse?
No, all good, all good. Input's good. Just making sure. See, there's going to be an adaptive period when your personality shifts so majorly. I'm sure we can all get used to it. It's gonna take a bit of time to get used to what you might do. We don't know where your boundaries lie. We knew Zane, well, we knew your old persona's
Previous you.
boundaries. This is a new deal.
You
Unless
remember
you're generally the same.
you?
I
I
don't
was
know.
actually quite restricted and positive back then. Do you remember when we were trying to get those plague doctor outfits, and I was trying to use torture to get him to speak before he realized he had no tongue?
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember these lovely ribs I still have amongst my possession? That
Oh,
was
why do you still have those?
because I
Those
haven't
are-
had time to get them fashioned into weapons. Obviously.
Those are. You could have bleached those. They're gonna rot.
I
Yeah.
don't think you do.
What'd you say, DM?
I don't think you do still have those ribs because you gave them to one of the Dark Fae to craft into weapons, didn't you?
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Did I ever receive them?
No,
No.
I don't think you did.
The
they were
wedding
not
got
mechanical
interrupted.
then, no.
So
We
then I'm
kinda
just talking about my
slaughtered-
butt, and then I realize I have an empty container, and I'm like, huh, I don't have those anymore.
We
Damn.
kind of slaughtered the Dark Fae before.
So yeah,
Long story short, when
Oh,
around that time
dude.
happened, that was when a part of me slipped out, and I'll try to tone it down for you a lot, but it's not exactly easy. A lot of pent up aggression and aggravation from not
That's
knowing who I
fine.
really
All
was
I'm-
for God
all
knows
I'm
how long.
asking, all I'm asking is that aggression is aimed appropriately.
Listen, I'm not going to harm the innocent. There's nothing to gain from that. But, however,
Okay. You
for
sound
those that are
logical.
enemies,
Yep.
listen, I'm considered chaotic good now. I'll do whatever's necessary as long as it's for the right reasons.
All right.
Uh,
You guys go and enjoy some sleep. I'm gonna go.
I
Scout
guess you could call
around.
me lawful evil. No, I'm kidding.
No. You'd be
Playing your
lawful
deals with
neutral.
multiple creatures, but,
No, I'm chaotic neutral. Don't worry
Oh
about
god. You just gotta love chaotic neutrals. Sorry, as this is
worst case
happening,
scenario,
just
if we don't get
you
Tim back, I
guys-
have a nice little parting gift from him.
oh god. Yeah. Alright, you guys keep on talking. I'm gonna go out and just have a look around.
it. I'm lawful neutral. Do you want me to come with you at all?
Yeah, sure.
Back
Might
up.
as well make it. Might as well make it a tag team.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll use my disguise self to turn into that scholar again because I assume the eyes turned my disguise off as well when I flew over.
Yes.
Sit in between?
How long after our conversation are we leaving the room again? Would you say, Rue? I mean, how long after crossing the wall? How long did it take us to get here and get set up in the rooms? 'Cause the conversation's only been like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd say probably less than an hour, like 45 minutes, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time
Actually,
for a rest,
I
huh?
already dropped the spell anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll just cast it again. I'll go invisible and follow Galadin out.
Yep.
Are you sneaking behind Galadin, or he knows you're with him?
He knows I'm with him. I'm
Yep.
notifying him.
Ooh. All right. I like this.
Yep. I'm just gonna explore this section of the town a little bit, see what's changed.
Well, this is a good question. Have I ever been here before? Because if I have, I don't remember.
You definitely have not.
Let
Yeah,
alone
but-
in this
This is a
capacity.
very restrictive city.
And at least I don't have
No-
my face plastered on the
no
wall
one
like
really
last
just
time.
no one really just travels through here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
fair
plus,
enough. It's a shitty place to vacation.
Yeah, that and apparently they've been letting in refugees from Golkiri, so
Well,
you know that
so
was
dead.
dropped like that's what he said. That was dropped like session 20. You have no idea what the hell's actually going on, so
Uh, yeah, pretty much the only one of you that has ever even stepped foot on this island would have been Galadin. Because unless you were like very specifically with a trade caravan that was delivering resources to this place, you've never even made it past the gate.
like everyone's tried in their life, but no.
Lots of people try. It's literally a shining beacon of like beautiful marble and porcelain towers.
Is there any technology here? As we
Not
travel?
really. The highest level of technology you would see are maybe like street lanterns or street lamps, but they're more magical. They have little like magical
I was
beams
about to say this
or
is
motes of
more.
light in them.
Yeah, this is more like magical Subtopia USSR Russia.
All right, so Galadin, you're hitting the streets. Uh, whereabouts are we going, and how are we getting there? What's our
Some
intention
staying
for
back
the
in the room.
Just a general explore around some of the more traveled parts of the area, you know, like the markets and the such. Just exploring, see what's changed, get a sense of my new surroundings.
And for you, Zane, I mean, you can ask Galadin to tag along, but
It's not that I don't think they're not capable, but they are not pretty much my only family. I want to make sure they're safe.
you could also be staying in a tavern, make sure the others are safe.
Yes.
And
You see,
it
we're
is-
splitting the party right now.
we're doing a scouting stealth mission,
Reconnaissance.
and
Mhm.
the more people we add on, the higher the risk of getting
Yeah.
seen goes.
So in the end, it's I'm guessing Jack, Mesky, and that's it.
And you,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, I will keep
Yeah.
I'll keep the orc and the bard entertained.
Aye, okay. So, Quinn, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Galadin, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh god, why perception?
I will also be looking specifically for some high points that I could set up a decent watch out area from in the possible future. All over
Well,
the city.
All right. Go ahead and give me that stealth check.
Yep.
Hey, Zane, you wanna give me advantage?
All right,
bump-
Quinn.
I'll bump that by 4, but that's the best I can do right now.
31.
A good old intelligence check.
All right.
Or intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
So, Quinn,
Calvin,
you
don't
are.
don't step in that street. Oh, god damn it!
Well, Galadin doesn't need to be particularly stealthy. He just needs to be nonchalant. So,
Yeah.
as you guys begin to sort of travel amongst the streets are well lit, and people are kind of moving through the night. There's a few different people, going from tavern to tavern, few people dropping off supplies at one end of town or the other end of town. Still caravan carts roaming, or a couple of caravan carts making their way toward the back gate of Bonvenue. The city never seems to sleep. So it's
Right.
not strange to be out and about. As far as anything new, Galadin, as you look around and just kind of based on your memory, everything is disturbingly similar. Everything is almost exactly as you remember it.
Well, like nothing's aged in like the past 20 years.
As far as you can tell, no. There's not a crack in a wall, not a chip in the stone, even dust,
Jeez.
dirt on the ground. It doesn't seem to be there.
What the hell?
Even looking over at the waterways that run throughout the city, the water is clean, pristine. You can see straight to the bottom, and there are beautiful little plants and water fauna growing in these little waterways.
Yep.
You mentioned that at all?
Just, wow, the place really hasn't changed.
Actually, do I notice how unnatural this cleanliness is at all? 'Cause even
You
without
you
the
would almost,
context,
I mean, you would almost be uncomfortable growing up in Floregno, where I mean, there's litter
Yeah.
just about everywhere, no matter where you go.
I take
But this
out
level of cleanliness would be basically impossible.
I'd take out a thing of gunpowder and sprinkle a little pile into my hand, and then just dust the floor in some alleyway with it lately, and watch for a second.
As it lays there for maybe a minute, all of a sudden, it just evaporates and disappears.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah. Magic is fucked, dude. I don't know much about it.
I didn't know the city did that.
But I assume there's got to be runes somewhere. That's how magic works, right? Got to be channeled through something.
Yeah, don't ask me where though.
I mean, the city wall had eyes on top of it, which in of itself is disturbing, and they were very fleshy, and I am unsure if it is alive or not.
Oh, I
This city
didn't
is
know those things were alive.
It moved when I stepped on it.
Yeah.
I would say, Galadin, with your magic eye, you would notice that it's very faint, very small amounts, but there's transmutation magic everywhere.
Yep. Does it all like seem to like work through channels or just kind of hangs around?
It's almost like it's just permanently fixed into every stone, every brick,
Well,
every tile of this place. It's just the
there is
smallest little bit of it, though.
one good thing
Yep.
about that. It's self-cleaning, so it's going to be hard for anyone to track us through, non-magic. Which I'm sure they have tracking magic, so.
They're bound to.
I would
But hey, at
say,
least
no.
the leave no trace policy is up and running.
Yep. Suppose we had to get away with a few extra things as well. Alright, let's head back.
And Galadin, as you explore, you walk by an alley, and you hear this whistle. And for some reason, it's a very peculiar little whistle in a specific tone, and it sounds very familiar. But you struggle to remember where you know the tone from.
Glance down the alley.
You don't. Go ahead and give me perception.
Oh god. Come on, don't fuck up. Oh, 21. Let's go.
Ah, at the very end of an alley, just as it sort of begins to curve around another building, you notice, sort of like pinned to a wall, is a little blue ribbon just kind of blowing in the breeze.
You'll head back to the. I gotta check something.
I'm gonna hang out till you're heading back, but I won't get any closer. I'll just stay here and watch.
Yep. Walk up to the ribbon.
And as you grab the ribbon, go ahead and give me a dex save.
Shit. I didn't want to grab the ribbon, but okay.
Well, you said, what did you say? You went up to the ribbon?
I said I walked up to it.
Yeah, same,
Yeah,
same
still
thing.
okay.
You don't have to touch the ribbon, you're still rolling dex.
Fair enough. 19.
18. Just enough as you suddenly get. You dodge back into a wall as a rapier basically slides just under your arm without stabbing you. As
I have my crossbow aimed at what I assume is our old friend, but I don't take a shot yet. I'm just staying hidden.
it is most certainly someone you have seen, Ezekiel.
Yep.
But
Oh.
Mr. Dawson has come to visit you, Galadin, as he
Yep.
glares into your eyes, and it's something you haven't seen in Dawson in a while. He seems angry as he very quickly and very hushed asks, "Now, what are you doing in the city, dog?"
We need to grab something here.
That's cute. What?
Or what, you think I'm just gonna tell you?
You think you have a choice?
I mean, I'm here. I mean, that was a choice.
Yes, I allow you certain freedom. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much use to me if you were simply a prisoner I kept locked up. As he draws the rapier back. But I keep you on your leash, lest, of course, the prisoners I do have locked up meet unfortunate ends.
Hmm. Well, I'm here now. I'm gonna collect the thing, and then I'm gonna go back and do whatever the hell I need to do. So,
That doesn't tell me why you're here. What are you looking for?
a thing.
And actually, fine. We will borrow this one for now.
Oh no, he spilled out a character sheet. That'll miss.
As the rapier strikes near you again, you seem to think I'm playing.
My finger flexes slightly. Yeah, I'll say a word.
What do you expect me to say?
I expect you to give me answers.
If you want me to
Well, I've
shoot,
given
just
you
say
my
fire.
answers. Well, I've given you my answers. Now go burn in that fire of yours.
Alright. As I pull the trigger and appear because I make an attack, I
Mhm.
say out loud, "Hey, bud, I think you owe me some gold."
Go ahead and roll the attack.
First one's at advantage, just because I'm going from invisibility. And I'll pump 4 grit into it.
Oh. Are you gonna kill him outright? I wonder.
If we need to, yes. Dude, yes. Add an extra 40-10.
And I will bonus action mark and take a second shot at advantage. Does a 20 hit?
As the first barrage of bolts stabs into Mr. Dawson, he quickly draws a dagger from his hip as it blocks the next set of bolts. And he immediately just starts running down the alley.
Oh.
I'm attacking him.
As you do, he just ducks under the attack with a weird twist and
Oh,
almost
God.
Even
begins
with
to
the
disappear into
27.
the darkness.
Even
Oh, it doesn't
with the
matter. He
20. Oh, okay.
disengaged.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it would have been a good idea to say that he disengaged from it, but I'm not gonna argue.
Descriptors. I'm gonna try and follow to the best of my ability, but I'll probably fail.
No point.
two go
We'll
ahead
just
and
disappear into the
give-
shadows.
You can give perception rolls.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, now it's a 9.
That's
I
a
don't
12.
have advantage. Yeah, I'll
12.
pump a flash of genius into that and hope, but if I fail, it doesn't really matter. So 16.
I will say you most certainly get a good glimpse of him. He runs, and then he looks like he goes down one alley, quickly turns, and runs what looks like into the wall.
Do I have a chance for one more ranged attack?
You can, but it'll be disadvantage.
Well, advantage because he's still marked, so that cancels out. Alright.
Please hit.
24.
Yeah, I'd have a.
With a dagger?
The
Wait,
tracking dagger sinks into his back.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Yes!
Oh! You beautiful
Yes!
genius
Yes!
sniper, you!
Alright, that is a hit.
Alright, damage doesn't
Yeah, I'd
really
have
matter.
a go at some Eldritch Blast at disadvantage.
The first
does
one
a 12
will end up missing, but the second one can hit.
Oh my god, are you guys gonna be able to kill this guy in 2 rounds?
Maybe, he's already on the run.
What was that part about lay low?
He showed up.
Hey, he came at us. He came at us, man.
And if he gets away, Galadin's gonna have an unfortunate present.
Yeah.
Fair, but it might still end up being that result since, you know.
I already shot him. He's not gonna be merciful.
Oh yeah, I know.
It was Galadin's choice of saying fire anyway, so you can stop.
That's why I left.
Let it
That's why I
continue.
left it up to him.
Yeah, I know. Taking a chance here.
Making my way down,
Pretty much.
And yeah, I'll immediately try and follow the tracking dagger's direction.
All right. As soon as you come up to where he was, it's a wall. But as far as you can tell, he seems to be in the wall.
I'll touch it with my hand. Nothing.
It is a solid
I
wall.
was gonna touch. I was
You
gonna
got
touch
Wall
the
it.
amongst
wall
walls.
breaking method, bud.
You got a way to do it?
Not
So you can
really.
walkie-talkies.
Yeah. You would have heard the whole fire conversation over the walkie-talkie. So there were hints that I was going to shoot at someone.
I'm gonna respond in a calm tone, like, "Do you guys require assistance? Are you guys okay?"
It would certainly be helpful, but it's going to be hard to fill you in on where we are. If you can find us, we're in hot pursuit of someone. If you can't, don't get caught.
DM, would I be able to, based on what's going on, try to attempt to track where they're at?
No, you wouldn't be able, not easily. There isn't anything like left behind to follow.
I hope if you don't have a way to follow me, wish me luck, and I'll teleport 15 feet straight towards the wall and hope there's space on the other side.
Can I grab onto you, or?
That's not how my teleportation works.
Oh no, these are the blinker boots.
Yep.
Fortunate. Sorry.
Yep.
Come on, Wolfsmite, cooperate with me now. Okay, so do you guys attempt to like get through the wall at all, or?
I teleport to the other side. I don't know if Galden can follow me.
As you attempt to teleport through the wall, you just end up right where you were standing.
Oh no.
Is there a way over or around?
You could certainly try to fly over the wall.
I was about
Well,
to say.
I can't.
Actually, you
If
know what?
you can cast
Touch
fly
the
on
both of
yourself
us.
or me.
Cast fly.
All right.
I'm gonna
Up
cast it
and
on both
over.
of us.
Be ready
I
to
can do
roll
it.
when
Yep.
be ready to roll when we get over because it's going to be falling. Probably.
I know. This is the wall with the eyes, or just another wall?
It's connected to the same wall, so you assume it's the same.
Yeah. Get ready for a tuck and roll.
Yeah, up and over. Well, actually,
We'll do
up and see
this.
if he's there first.
We'll do this as stealthily as possible, but
Yes.
I don't know how stealthy we can be.
I mean, you
Me
guys
neither.
could just like.
Yeah.
If you didn't decide to fly over the wall, you can fly up the wall and just like stop if you reach the edge.
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
do that
let's
for
do
now if we can see him or not.
As you fly up, two things you notice. Number one, those eyeballs that seem to generate the anti-magic fields. Number
Okay.
Second of
two,
all,
you see the ocean. Flying up a little higher to look over the wall is just ocean.
he's in the wall.
Is it moving along the wall at all? My tracking, or is it just in where we were?
It would just stay where it is in the wall.
Okay, so he's just basically waiting it out.
We don't know.
He pulled it out.
We don't know.
We see ocean. That doesn't mean it is ocean.
Hey, you're welcome to try.
All right. Shit. let's see. What do I have options here? Hmm.
We don't really have options.
All right. I'm gonna go over. Wish me luck. I'll meet up with you guys tomorrow. You're welcome to
Going in
come
the
if you
ocean?
want. Yeah.
Yep, screw it.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm bewildered, but okay.
Do you have another spell slot, Galadin?
Yeah, I've got another one.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh no.
Then you guys fly over the wall, and as soon as
Yep.
you do, magic kicks off and go tumbling over. And with a splash, you crash into the water.
Immediately checking. Is it still in the same spot in the wall?
As far as you can tell, yes.
Yes, check
Alright.
as we are both
Please-
considered drowning right now. So we both
Please cast. Well, no, cast fly.
Yeah, I'll cast fly again. I'll cast fly as we're both falling. No, I don't want to.
All right.
I will say you guys will still have hit the water by the time you do cast fly, but you will be able to fly out of it.
Yep.
Go
Okay.
ahead and give me a deck save, the two of you, real quick.
Oh, son of a. Turns out there are sharks in here. Well, we're about to find out.
That's crazy. The minute I said HR, she looks at me. And she went. Yeah.
All right, Quinn certainly dodges it with ease, but Galadin, you get to watch as what looks like at least the head of a crocodile jump out of the water and go for a bite at your feet. And it grabs you.
Oh god, it got me.
The minute I said HR, she looked at me.
That's kind of funny.
On the pro, she looked towards me.
As it grabs you, it begins trying to drag you back in the water. Give me your concentration save, though.
Oh, please don't lose
Oh,
concentration
no.
here. Just get a 10, dude.
Oh no.
Fuck. Alright, in the water we go.
Quinn,
And Tempest has no idea because he's asleep. Even if he did, he's not going to jump into the water.
You can make a steed though.
Okay.
all right. So Quinn, Paladin, your thing's already on the sheet. You guys get to roll for initiative.
Woo!
Wait, I can't see it. I can't. Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
redo
I'm gonna
it.
try something.
It's not on there. Don't bother.
They go up now,
What
or
the?
Nope.
I lost the map.
Worth
Don't worry
it.
about it.
Galadin's family is in the balance. We can't fuck around and just take guesses.
Yep.
It's the
Alright,
crocodile. We're fine until the Hydra shows up.
Yeah. We're fine. Yeah, I don't have a map, so I'm gonna reopen Roll20.
It's just a blank
gonna
map.
reload it. Yeah. Well, you have it too?
what?
Just a blank
Is
map.
anyone
Oh, no,
else
there we
able
go.
to see the map?
I am now after a reload.
I don't see a
I
map
gotta reload.
either. I only see like a blank canvas.
You just said reload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try reloading.
Just do a
That should
reload.
make things
Alright,
work.
reloading. Ah, there we are.
I just need Galadin's initiative roll whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let me just roll my initiative. Hey, nat 20, nice.
Where'd I go? What the hell?
I don't know.
Life
You got an 18? No,
left
Crocodile
because you
got
were
an
like,
18.
nah, fuck this shit.
I'll reroll. I don't remember what I got if someone does.
So are we
13.
next to each other, or?
I assume we're pretty
Possibly.
close. You had to touch
Well-
me to cast fly, right?
Yeah, I did. Oh, no.
Well, we're not flying anymore.
All right. Can you
We're
see your
definitely not flying
initiative now,
anymore.
Quinn?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and change that to your 13.
It really doesn't matter. It doesn't change my order at all.
That is true. But you
It does-
guys are.
There's
Well,
no
Galadin
order.
is definitely within melee range of the crocodile as it starts dragging
Yeah.
you under the water.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I'm sinking because I can't fly. I can't swim in a giant metal suit.
Yeah, you're basically Fallout 4 in a power armor at the moment.
Yeah.
Are you in your
Yes.
power armor, or are
Thank
you
you.
just like walking around? 'Cause
I
you
mean,
have your new leg.
I never took it off.
Hmm.
I don't know. Up to you. I never specified.
I mean, I would assume you got out of your power armor trying to stealth
To
into
sleep.
the city.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm probably not in it.
Okay.
Giant robot man spider
Well-
climbs his way up the wall.
I mean, I was invisible
the
both times, and the power armor doesn't give me disadvantage on stealth. That's one of its benefits.
So,
So,
yeah, you could have been wearing it the entire time.
but I'll say I took it off because stealth. Also, I'm pretty obvious. You can't really make excuses if you're walking around in Jupiter's armor.
No,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, no,
you
you really can't.
still wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to float very easily though, because you do have a metal leg.
It's not as bad as the gold leg.
Yeah.
It's not as bad. It's not great either. But Galadin, you are up. Hey,
Yes.
giant crocodile is biting down on you.
Oh god, yes. Okay, so quick question: am I able to grab Ezekiel or Quincy?
Please don't. Please don't.
There is a
Don't
reason.
do that.
There is a
Okay,
reason.
sure. I mean, we were just in touch range, so I don't know.
I will allow it for this turn, but if you do not escape the crocodile's grasp, it will drag you away from Jermaine.
I know, because this turn I'm immediately casting Thunderstep at 5th level using one of the slots of the stone.
Can't teleport into the city, so go somewhere else.
No, I'm teleporting on top of the wall. On top of the wall.
All right,
That's a bit iffy. We'll see.
you
I know.
teleport, and as soon as you realize you're out of the water, you bonk and fall back into the water.
Super close to the
Well-
wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're not in the
Okay.
crocodile's teeth.
yep.
How you doing on spell slots, bud?
Which that crocodile needs to make a save.
I have one stone charge left.
Mhm.
Oh, that's only a single spell slot. That's a first level
Yep.
spell.
No, that's a 5th level.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Okay, there you go. He takes 9 thunder damage. So we're both over here now.
You can take someone with you.
Yeah, you can touch one
Thunderstep.
one willing creature and teleport.
It's a
That's a 9 feet away.
damaging, slightly less distant dimension door.
I didn't realize you can teleport someone with you. Go.
It's not as far,
Yeah.
though. It's not
I mean, it's only
500
90 feet, but yeah.
We'll use one nonetheless.
Alright,
Yeah, it's why I took it.
it's the
Escape and
crocodile's
damage.
turn, but he's briefly irrelevant because I have a question if I can manage something while we're falling. It's not a reaction, I probably can't.
Go ahead and tell me what it is, and I will tell you.
All right. As we're going down, I'm gonna try and grab Galadin, plant my feet on the wall, and cast Spider Climb.
That's
You would have to wait to do that on your turn.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's not a reaction at all.
Yeah.
So we're
I
gonna
mean,
be in
I'm
the
still
water,
holding
but
on to you.
yeah.
All right. So, what is the max distance on Thunderstep?
90 feet.
90 feet. That's why I teleported upwards onto the wall.
Oh yeah. The wall was what, like 50?
you're like 15 feet or something like that, or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
About 15, 20 feet up. So, yeah. I would say the crocodile can manage to swim its way back underneath you guys.
Hello.
No, screw you.
And it's going to go for that tasty bite it already took. So,
That miss.
and then it spins around and tries to hit you with its tail.
Which totally gets. Oh, that's hilarious.
That is
12.
solid 12 bludgeoning.
Get knocked prone in the water.
Oh God.
I don't know. What is that? Half of his movement speed. Roll the strength saving throw.
Well, I'm done. Yep. I have advantage. Thank you, Hollow Death. 14.
Pet.
Oh no!
So you are.
Well, you're
I mean, I'm just
prone in the
lying in
water.
the water now.
So you now have a quarter of your movement speed you can use. Thankfully,
I'm
it's
just
Quinster.
face first into the water.
Alright, I'm gonna try and grab him, cast the spell, and pull us as high as I can manage, which is only a half my speed up, so 15 feet up.
That is up on the wall. But
Yeah.
I'm going to need a athletics to see if you can pick him up.
Sorry, bud. This might not end well for you.
I'm not too heavy.
Intelligent.
I'm not too heavy.
I don't have any Flash of Genius left. I've used them all.
Damn.
Oh yeah, you only have.
That is a limited
uses-
amount.
Yeah.
I have 4 uses per day.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude. Come
Sorry,
on.
I walk up without you and pull out my crossbow and start aiming.
What?
Yep. I'll
Yep.
walk my full 30 feet up if I can't grab him because I'm not encumbered by carrying him.
I'd say climbing up to the top of the wall would end up being at a.
Well, not to the very top. I'll stay pretty much out of the eye's range, whatever that is.
As long as you don't,
Okay.
as far as you can tell, as long as you don't climb over the wall, you should be all right.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just standing
All right.
perpendicular to the wall, just aiming down.
Galadin.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
My final spell slot, another fly. And I'm just going to fly up and. Well, actually, I have to spend half my movement too. Yeah. I cast fly, get up, and get over the wall because that's how it works. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, so fly
How
over
much
the
fly
wall
speed
and
does it give
crash
you?
back down again. Well, flying
Bonus
speed
action
gives me
disengage.
50, I don't have
Yeah.
that anymore.
Not a rogue.
Oh, yeah, you're not a rogue.
Yeah, I'm not a rogue
So
anymore, man.
it's got one more chance to make an attack.
Screw me over. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
One. There you go.
Fool.
all right.
Yeah.
When you literally watch the
Flipping-
crocodile come out, its nose jumps out from the water as Galadin comes flying out. possibly
Shit.
screaming.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! It just doesn't fall
As it
back up.
just, as it just kind of, it misjudges its jump and just kind of bonks its head, bonks its snout against the wall, and flashes back down into the water. And as it does, you
boy.
kind of get to see the underside of it as you realize it is a crocodile with no arms and tentacles, dozens of them for what it would have for legs and a tail, as it kind of descends back into the river.
No!
Oh God!
How did
Do
you
I
take one
see-
of the most fearsome creatures within the Earth's entire ecosystem and somehow make it worse?
He found a way, apparently.
Not hard, just octopus.
Before I roll back to the other side of the wall, do I see a dagger sticking out on this side anywhere?
Nope.
Go inside the wall.
All right.
I would say as you guys climb over the wall, you will find Blue Rayum guards, sort of looking around the alleyway, just like,
I'll spend a hot minute walking along this side of the wall to a better position before I roll over.
all right. Galadin, where are you flying to?
Immediately the same place I was.
So you're gonna fly over the wall and land on the guards?
Not in public. Actually, if possible, I will follow Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Yes, you'd be able to follow his.
You have 10.
Yeah,
have 10
I'd follow
minutes.
Ezekiel. He's got a good call on this.
Alright. Well, I'm going to stay up most of the night. Find a place high up and stake out that section of the wall. See if your friend shows back up. You guys get a good rest.
Just. Yeah, give me a minute. Ah, my legs.
Your bloody legs. Which, Galadin, if you do decide to peer over the wall, you would occasionally see the head of a crocodile just kind of peer up. It kind of looks up.
Any once I roll back over, any high towers or structures with a good view of this section of the wall?
All that's missing is a ticking of a clock, and we basically got the crocodile from Peter Pan.
You could
Now, that's
easily
the front of the
find.
room, Scott.
That crocodile wasn't an eldritch horror.
Fair enough.
You would easily be able to find one of the many watchtowers that decorate the wall.
Alright. How do I want to play this? Are there any guards currently in the watchtower?
Yes, you would easily see probably two of them.
Okay. Can't. I think. Is spider climb concentration?
So,
It is. Visibility is also concentration, so that's not really an option. Any non-watchtower buildings that have a decent view of this place?
They would not be along the wall. At best, there are the other buildings, but they're about 2 stories tall.
I just need a line of sight on it. I can go as far back as you want because I have my rifle.
So you're trying to get a good look at the wall itself.
The exact point where he vanished into it.
You could easily just be on the rooftop of one of the nearby buildings.
Yeah.
If you wanted
I'll
to
go
come
ahead
out there.
I'll make my way up there. I'll periodically check to see if the dagger's moving, and then with my true sight rifle, just keep an eye on that section of the wall. If this guy shows up, I'm holding an action to shoot his ass.
And then
Okay.
Galadin, did you say you wanted to head back to the room?
Yes. I'm gonna take a good rest. Oh, and Ezekiel, if you find him,
Yeah.
pop one in between the eyes for me.
That's the idea.
Yep. Making sure.
And yeah, I'll stay up literally all night watching that point and checking my tracker to see if he moved. Or if the knife moved, I should say.
As far as you can see, as much as you can tell, throughout the majority of the night, the knife does not move. I will say that you have a couple of close calls, as it seems guards are still occasionally inspecting up and down that alleyway. It seems they are looking for you. But that dagger never moves once.
Oh.
Give a good once over of the city with true sight. Just see if anything's hiding something.
As far as you can tell with true sight, there is nothing magical hiding here.
Okay. So
Yeah, so
it's probably
as I go to
Arcuus.
rest tonight.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
No, go
Sorry.
ahead.
Yeah. Alright. I fall asleep tonight and let's have another call. Ring ring.
Are you going to wait until, well, Jermaine, do you end up going back that night, or are you hanging out there all night?
Yeah, I stay there till the morning. I'll take a level of exhaustion.
Jermaine is exhausted. Galadin, you do not even get a chance to ring, because basically as soon as the sun peers through a little window in your room, you hear a banging on the door.
Oh, what? I don't get to talk to the.
As you get startled awake and look over to your door, you hear the banging again, but you realize it's not the door to your room.
What the hell? Oh, is it?
Who do you think, you dumbass?
You scream inside your own head.
Yeah, just walk over and open the door.
Come on in.
The blue spectral person inside your mind. Oh, good. You're finally awake. Let's go.
Wait, what?
You are going to need to give me control later today. So we need to go now.
Okay. Can we do that later?
The me taking control of you? Yeah. The us leaving? No.
What about the others? Or is
You
this
have
one of
enough
those
time to go
private
wake
things?
them up, but you better do it quickly, because every second is another second we're wasting.
Alright, I'm gonna walk over. Oi! Hurry up, we gotta move now. We'll keep the
And Galadin proceeds
communicators
to
on,
wake
we'll
up the
talk
rest
to each
of
other. Keep the communicator get to the place later.
Did
Hello.
everybody else fall asleep?
Uh,
No.
I think
no,
so.
probably would be going to the gatehouse to request to get entry.
But
Zane and Mesky?
I mean, he just needs to. I mean, Blood Archer's in the middle of throwing out some rubbish right now. Mesky?
Yeah.
Then I got back. So I was like, where the hell?
Yeah, you
Roll
gotta reload.
backed up. I thought I saw Mesky say something.
Ow.
Also,
dogs.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
Yes.
can. Unless
I'm
anyone
immediately
has
tagging
a
you
quick
guys out of bed.
idea.
We're going now. Goodbye. Let's go.
Quick
did you
idea,
guys have
what?
a short rest or a long rest?
That was a long rest.
That was a long rest.
That was a long rest.
Everybody
That's-
except Jermaine has received a long rest.
Yeah, I got a short rest though, right?
You never went to bed.
Oh, true. I don't know. It depends on the DM.
No
some,
rest.
some don't require you to actually sleep for a short rest. Just chill somewhere.
Like
I-
Cat says, you know,
I
go down,
consider
have a snack, and
I
then be back on
consider a
feet.
short rest, briefers, like you guys taking, like sitting down, chilling for like an hour before continuing on whatever you guys were doing.
But
But-
either
Whatever.
way, it is fine.
That's how
doesn't
I
really
typically
make
run
that
it.
much
Whatever.
of a-
We're going.
The only difference it makes is my grit doesn't come back.
Yeah.
That's literally.
All right, we're going. Let's go. Come on. Forget
Um,
about breakfast.
At some point during the night, if the guards are no longer watching the wall, I will go up, study it, see if I can find anything touching
You
it
will.
directly. But
You will not get that opportunity. The guards switch out shifts, block off the alleyway. They're keeping an eye on this area, and as you would continue to watch them, you would realize they're spreading out.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably looking for you guys.
Yep.
losers.
Which means he
I
got
wonder why.
away and the dagger is stuck in the wall.
It's not what that means. Necessarily.
It just means that things happened.
I mean, it's a fair
Last time I
assumption.
checked, the guards are always like that. Because, you know, it's Blue Rain, it's kind of shut off. Kind of the place that nobody can get into. Anyway, details aside, I'm just dragging everyone and just immediately leaving. Ain't no rest of the wicked, now hurry up!
Six.
Mesky's
Galadin
out
goes
to sleep
and
during the entire thing.
and
Zane, if
you
you're
go.
awake, go wake up Mesky.
There.
Oh, you going with Galadin thing?
Good thing.
Sweet.
You sound a little choppy there, bro.
Oh, now.
There we go. That's fine.
Better. Better?
You,
Better.
you guys awake yet?
Yeah, we're just
You,
going
you
to
would
the
literally
place
be
now.
watching Galadin practically drag them out of bed.
I mean, I'm
Morning,
not
guys,
there,
as I say
actually.
over the communications.
Oh wow, you
Hello,
were asleep the
Tim.
whole time.
I'll be
So,
heading towards the gatehouse to get my papers.
Sure.
Hopefully, you
Tim,
guys can last
Sure.
a week.
Wait.
Tim, the only thing I have to say about you, other than good luck, is you're a horrible snorer.
What, you just now found that out?
Thank you for
If-
someone saying
Tim,
it.
if you can find yourself a small boat, we could probably meet you and pull you over the wall somewhere.
What's a boat?
The hell's the boat?
Oh my god.
Well,
Don't have
know
much
what
of a
it
boat.
is.
No, I
Boats
believe
haven't
Rue
been
made a
invented
canon that
maybe.
their boat does not canonically exist.
Yeah.
Boats were never invented because there's no large masses of water aside from the ocean that everyone is afraid of.
Yeah, so why would they invent something if they're afraid?
Fair enough.
I don't know, just truck yourself across the ocean.
I can't swim!
How far can you swim?
I can't swim!
The anti-air disease.
No sound like the
Well,
present.
All right. Then, Tim,
Hmm.
you go ahead, approach the gatehouse. There are a couple people in line, but it doesn't take you long to get to one of the tellers. They say, welcome, welcome. What can I do for you?
I would like to enter your fine city, madame.
I see. And what purpose do you have for entering the city?
Uh, research.
Research?
Yes, I happen to be a paladin, and I would like to see how you treat the wounded and injured. Basically, I'm taking notes.
I am terribly sorry, sir. That sort of information is considered to be secrets of the army. However, if you were seeking to learn, we could send word that you're wishing to join the Royal Army.
Hmm.
yes.
The
I
Royal
guess a man on the
Army.
inside is
Uh,
what we need.
Could you tell me a little bit? Because I'm sorry. Even though I have traveled quite a bit, I don't know anything about Blue AM. Mind filling me in on some things I might need to know if I join your little army?
Well, the Royal Army is somewhat reclusive. Trade secrets of Blue Room, after all, to ensure that our army is well prepared to protect against any invading force. We cannot trust in simply the safety of one bridge.
I perfectly understand that. I mean, if you can't trust in your bridge, who can you? What can you trust?
We can trust in the men and women of arms that protect our great city.
I like that. I like that.
If you would like to join, the application is a small one that just requires a bit of basic information, and I can send word to a captain to have you escorted in the city before noon.
That would be great, actually.
All right. And she pulls out a piece of paper, and she points out the little cup with some quills in it. You may take one of those, fill this out, then come back
Yep.
as soon as you're done.
All right.
Army, always the greatest way to enter any.
As I leave
Yes,
and go to a
exactly.
more private area, and I say,
I'll
"Okay,
find a guy
scratch
for
that.
you,
You guys
sure."
could go get a man on the inside."
So not about that. Just
What
get into the city.
Yeah,
Deal with
that's all we
I'll,
care
I'll
about.
be getting into the city. Just be playing it cool for now.
Well, let's just hope you don't screw it up. This is all we can hope. Now let's
Just
go continue.
if you pretend not to have a tongue, don't make use of that appendage.
I already spoke to the gatekeeper, so
I
Just
wasn't
finish
being
out your
literal. I
implications.
was making a metaphor based on past mistakes.
Totally not like you were. Play Dr. Alfred, and you were supposed to be silent. Said, "Hi, how are you guys? How are you doing? Are you having a good
Just-
day?"
Stay in character, whatever character you chose to play, is what I'm saying.
all right.
I didn't really take Tim for a thespian, but I would definitely nominate him for an award.
Alright, well,
Eh.
where should I meet up with you guys? The guards down here are getting a bit antsy. I'm gonna go invisible and then meet up wherever you guys want me to.
Well, I'm going to be following the Blue Spectre wherever she leads me.
Ask her where I should meet up.
I'll be tailing along with Galadin, making sure that he doesn't get himself killed.
Obviously, the whole
And
group's
look.
going. If it involves blue eyes, then we're all go.
Yes. Just where should we meet up with Ezekiel?
Are
He's
you
kind
sure
of
I
off
shouldn't
on his
try
own.
to wait for Tim?
should I put down my false identity in the general chat here, or
Um,
Just play it out.
Keep
dude.
those thoughts to yourself, Tim.
I'm asking the DM out of character?
well, I would say this much. On the application process, it does specify certain things of like answer as truthfully as possible, and it does note that in joining, most of your previous equipment will be replaced with the Army's standard issue. So whatever you lie about, they might find out when they take your stuff.
Okay, so I can't lie about the whole Dragonborn thing. Got it.
Probably not. I like her so bad.
Yep.
Crap. Well,
Just
there goes
don't
that plan.
Bother hiding it. Don't bother hiding it. Just
Yeah,
tell them.
Tempest is
They
gonna
want
be quote unquote honest.
They want armed forces.
Think they're gonna turn down someone that can breathe lightning?
I would say this.
Possibly.
Sam would most certainly tell you that he's most likely going to be within the city in the afternoon. It is still morning, so if you guys want to move on without him, have him catch up later, that is your call.
Not
MC's
wasting
blue.
any. Yeah, we're not wasting time.
All right.
Alright,
And
I
Blue,
should just wait for him to get him here quicker. Wherever we're going.
I mean, anyone is welcome to hang back. The party's already split, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not much of a damage dealer, so I don't think I need to be involved.
Up to you, bud.
Ah, but I'm also
Yep.
utility. I hate this.
Welcome to
All
D&D.
right.
Choices. No matter which one you make, it's bad.
Well, no, it's okay. From my perspective, I have two options. One, if I stay back, I can help Tim get to you guys quicker, versus being with you guys in case you guys need something I can do.
Meeting up with
Yeah, I know.
Tim is going to be difficult. He's probably going to have to mostly separate himself.
Ezekiel, you take some time to rest.
Say that,
and
but I
wait
do
for
have a
them. The
lot
rest
of
of us are
abilities
gonna
to
have
get
to.
anyone out.
Yeah, I know. Ezekiel, you wait for Tim.
All right.
You're already
Sure.
out there out and about, and it beats us having to try to meet up. Get some rest while you're at it. Everyone
wait.
else with
I'll
me.
be to the. Stop. I'll be to the room in 5 minutes. I'm going to give you the tracking device. If you keep an eye on it, if it moves, just be aware.
Oh, we've already left.
Down the street.
You guys can meet up and give each other
Yeah.
trade off
I'll
the
give-
device or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll trade off the device and I'll take a rest. Ugh.
Yeah, meet up at the Ocean's 9.
All right. So
Actually, what if I go join the Royal Guard?
you're welcome to try.
You'd fit in better than Tim.
I don't know how well known my picture is.
All right. So while Jermaine is waiting for Tim, while Tim is filling out paperwork and getting himself established, and I mean, Tim, you are welcome to falsify anything about yourself. Just note they will try to look into it probably.
Okay, so what are the things that would be?
I will assist you in writing your papers.
You're outside. You can't see what I'm saying.
That
We
you can
have
talk to.
We can
communicators.
talk.
You can
So
just
this
tell
is-
him what you're writing.
Yeah, Tempest is going to be quote unquote honest to some degree, but he is going to leave some things out.
Just tell your full identity. take off the Dragon Slayer armor and hide it somewhere instead of getting it taken.
Yeah. Too bad I don't have a bag of holding.
Oh boy. Mission of my own.
Yep.
I don't have enough spell slots to do it, so I'm going to have to take a rest. So
Alright.
I'll help him
Yep.
write up some papers and I'll go to sleep.
Okay.
Well,
Tempest can handle that.
once I'm ready.
Okay.
So while that goes on, Blue will guide Galadin, Zane, and Mesky to what is the edge of Bon Binu, where there is another wall
Here.
that is much bigger. Easily a 30-foot wall that surrounds, that sort of blocks off the town from the rest of the island.
Yep.
Stacked with guards. Guards
Oh,
covering
God.
the front gate. Guards decorating the wall, patrolling left and right. As Blue takes control of your arm for a moment, Galadin, and points down to the waterways that lead straight through the wall. We're going down there.
Oh, you're kidding, right?
That's pretty easy.
I mean,
Look.
do we have to swim, or can we just like walk in it, or?
I mean, you'll go through
I
there
think
faster if you swim.
All right. Never been good at it.
There's enough water where, I mean, you reasonably could probably like on your tippy toes, just barely keep your head above water, but you're going to be much better trying to swim.
Just like at that point where you're just like a kid, you're trying to see how far you can go before you have to like.
So everyone's getting a lesson to learn how to swim.
Yes.
Yes, swimming 101 with this blue aspect that no one can see but me.
See, there are like maybe small rivers, waterways, temporary little ponds that happen during floods. So it's not uncommon to know how to swim. Almost nobody's a good swimmer by any means, but
Tempest can't
Doggy
swim,
paddle.
period.
you can
The
breathe,
old doggy paddle.
basically. But Blue will sort of explain, look, the waterways don't lead into the next part of town. They lead to, the other waterways that run all the way through town. It's a big maze down there. Most people can't find their way around, so the guards don't patrol it much. We're not going to the other side anyway. We're going somewhere else.
Alright. You going in somewhat reluctantly? Slash, slash,
There would
slash.
be next to one of the bridges that helps people, cross the waterway. There is a little staircase that leads down.
Any guards?
And nope.
Sweet. Just gonna casually go down.
And then you begin taking your swim, more or less. And for some of you, it takes a while. A couple of you maybe have to take a break for a minute, like, oh god, swimming. I hate this.
I have drunk more water in one day than my entire life.
Thankfully, this is very clean water, so. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But she guides you through the waterways, make a left here, make a right there, go here, there, that, there. You end up spending close to an hour just swimming through these various canals that lead under the walls. Until you eventually reach a part of the waterways that's just pitch black. No light coming out from anywhere, way out of the way. I'm pretty sure Galadin's the only one with dark vision, so he's
Really?
having kind of got.
You can...
Do you have dark vision?
No, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you have
Oh,
vision?
okay. Then Zane's the only one with
Yeah.
that dark vision.
Poor Zane.
So I go ahead
You
and
there,
light up
Zane?
the place, I guess, with some dancing lights.
Good plan.
Ow, my eyes, man.
And you eventually come up to a little sort of platform in the wall. And it's kind of odd because there's no lights there, and it's just a little platform that leads up to a wall. And Blue tells you guys to climb up onto it.
Hey, look, I'm not the weird one, alright?
Up onto what?
Onto the wall.
Well, it's not on. There's basically like this whole waterway is a big sewer, no sidewalks or anything, just a big water tunnel. Up until this one point where there's an indentation in the wall and a little platform that you can climb up onto.
I climb on the
I'm
platform.
climbing up to that platform.
And as you do, Blue goes, all right, now it's my turn.
Just give me a second. Alright, guys? Hold on to your balls. Someone else is taking over. Go ahead.
As she takes control, Galadin, you kind of fall into almost like this dream-like state. Stance? Stance isn't the right word. State. Dream-like state. Kind of floating in your own mind, barely looking through your own eyes. All right. It's been a few centuries since I've done this, but I'm pretty sure I remember what I'm doing. If anyone hears like a click or a spark, I'll start running. All right. As she starts making these weird hand gestures, and magic starts to kind of form in front of her. All of a sudden, the wall starts to light up, one rune at a time, as the various bricks light up and begin to unravel, brick by brick rolling up as it opens up a doorway. And as it does, plumes of fire in various color light up torch sconces through this fairly large hallway. That then leads to a somewhat normal old wooden door. All right. Let's go. And
I don't have control.
you do not. And Blue Eyes begins guiding Mesky and Zane down the hallway.
Does
All
it sound
right.
like me when she talks, or?
You, but higher pitch. And she goes and points at you, Mesky. You can unlock doors.
Well, I just open doors.
Yes, you open doors. Do me a favor, and she kind of gestures. Open this door.
Okay. I walk over to the door and I start opening it.
All right. And you cast knock with a loud bang. The door slides open.
As I actually knock on it.
Mm-hmm. Inside the room, it is a not a very, almost the size of a living room, sort of round room with a few different podiums with bizarre looking objects resting on them, and what looks like a pentagram of sorts with various symbols and runes decorating the outside, inside, all sorts of things. And Blue kind of walks right up to the edge of the circle. And you kind of watch her shudder. Been way too long since I've been here. And as she takes a step onto the sort of pentagram sigil, all of the chalk lines light up with magical energy as she walks into the middle of it and sits down.
Oh, beautiful.
All right. Now, it has been way too long since I've done this one. I'm going to do it, and we're all going to hope that we don't all die. And as you
I'm
clap
just
your
gonna
hands,
ask.
As I sit down.
I'm just gonna ask if she's doing this. What the hell are you doing?
too late. She already did it. She claps her hands, and Galadin, you suddenly feel yourself wake up. And as you look up,
Yeah.
you see the blue, shadowy specter floating over you. And so does everyone else.
Ah! Hi.
Nice to meet
Oh, you
you.
guys can see that now?
Yes. What a sight to see.
Don't get creepy about it, Zane.
What? I'm just
see, that was good.
mesmerized in the beauty.
I have to get used to the voice. That's all.
What? A pentagram, blue spirits, what's not to like?
Fair enough. What's next?
What's next is you trusted me, so I get to trust you. I didn't take you guys here just to show off. This
Fair
is
enough.
the only place in all of existence where my soul is safe. As she kind of walks around the edges of the pentagram.
I've got like full control.
Oh yeah, you have full control of your body.
Yeah. All right, stand up. All right. That feels good to be back in control.
I'll walk over
All
to you
right.
and I'll grab you by the
So-
chin, and I pull your head towards me to look at your eyes.
That's weird.
What color is
His
eyes?
eyes have returned to normal.
Yeah, she's fully out. I let go of your head.
Yep.
Poor General's getting
I'm
used to
gonna
the
try
nice look.
I'm gonna try prestidigitation. That's a spell I have.
Doesn't work.
Oh oh no. Okay. Question. What the hell's happened to me?
Simple. I'm not in you. You can't use my magic.
I see a flaw in this plan now. At least on my end.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go back in because the whole plan we got going on here isn't gonna work without you using my magic. I brought you
Fair
here
enough.
to literally just attack. And this just makes easier explaining the situation because I don't have to deal with you trying to translate for me.
Alright.
So,
Cuts to me and Tim unable to hear the conversation and require Galadin to explain this for us.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
No, there's two other speakers for this one as well.
That's true.
Yes.
It
So
depends
now
on which one you want to
Galadin.
be talking about. How do you want it?
Yep.
Anyway, Blue Eyes will begin. She kind of does this gesture as her spectral form kind of solidifies into an actual human-looking form. Well, not human, more like elf. I am. Oh, it's been a long time since I've admitted this. I am Cherry Devis. The Blue Dragon Slayer. She rolls her eyes.
Okay, why couldn't you just tell me the first time?
I was waiting for the other answer, but you know that's okay too.
I freaking knew it!
There it is.
We all knew it.
Because if I just told you outright, one of two things is going to happen. One of two things that always happens. One, I'm treated like a fucking god. Because you people don't understand the difference between someone with power and something that was born with it. Or two,
Two.
I'm treated the way that the Dragon Slayer should have been treated. Like, goddamn terrorist.
Ah,
If it walks like
I
a
don't
duck and
know.
talks like a duck.
Oh no, the kettle's calling.
no, the pot is calling kettle black. It's not like this hasn't happened the entire game across like 50 sessions.
Terrorism Part 2. That is the new name of the campaign.
Terrorism part 2 electric boogaloo.
Terrorist! Electrical boogaloo!
Electric boogaloo. God damn it. That's funny.
Yep.
Why do I now imagine a weird ass movie named that?
I don't know, but it is actually disturbingly accurate how you guys are like exactly the way I imagine the Dragon Slayers.
Yep.
Saving the world and causing
And look at
problems
that,
along
life
the way.
imitates life. Yep.
Cherry continues. The history books might have wrote us off as, great heroes that saved the world from all the dragons, but we weren't exactly great people.
People.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, Thane was just out for revenge. Jupiter, all he ever wanted to do was experiment. I can't tell you how many dragons had their brains pull out of their skull.
Oh god.
It's like fun, actually.
I know some.
Not
My
I'm
eyes
pretty
are
sure
widened.
Ezekiel will do that. I'm pretty sure Jermaine's gonna do that at one point.
Don't even get me started on what Isra would do to those things.
Oh,
What the hell would Isra do?
Oh my god, man. Do you not realize he was like the worst
know
of us all? He was savage.
You know what? Just leave.
He took
Just leave it for later. We can talk later, alright?
this conversation, actually.
Wait a minute.
Not. Just. I'll translate later. I'm pulling the earpiece
No,
out
I
with
don't
Tim.
want to translate from you. You usually leave things out.
I
Speak Elvish, so I
have
can
a
understand things just fine.
DM.
What is your question, Tim?
Does the communication pick up other people's voices?
It would pick up
Nope.
everybody's except for Cherry.
Okay, never mind.
So as long as they left the earpieces on, well, oh no, they'd actually be too far away. The radio signal would be blocked. You can't hear them.
Alright.
Oh.
Isn't the signal cross-continent? Is it magic fuckery fucking with it?
It's more. It's not. It's not strong enough to be across the continents unless it's like a completely open field.
Hmm.
They've
We
got
are in a place
walls
with
on
magical
walls.
We got
A,
walls upon
magical
walls upon
bullshit, and
walls.
B, walls. The worst thing for radio
Yeah.
signal.
walls. The
Yeah.
worst thing next to wood.
Dear
Anyway,
God.
continue, if you may.
Yes, please.
I was actually kind of interested in hearing about these slayers.
I mean, now is probably the best time to ask questions because like I said, this is probably the safest place in all of existence. Give or
Well,
take.
you're saying one was savage, and as I look towards Zane right now, it's kind of repeating. What else did you have? As I look back to her.
What about Isra?
No, more of the party. The Dragon Slayers, the rest of them. How every single one was apparently awful in their own right. Because you
Oh.
haven't gotten to yourself.
Well, yeah. Because, I'm the queen.
Royal
All the
Highness.
things
I'll be honest, I
up
just saw that
there.
coming.
Right. Here's the bad parts about it. You see all those things as she points at all the different little relics?
Yeah.
You get how your object is my sword?
Yeah.
Those are all of my pacts.
Oh, how many did you make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many items are there?
Oh crap, I have to double check. Basically, probably with a couple of extra, one for every patron.
Oh god. Oh, that's a lot of deals.
Yep. That's why my soul's only safe here and in the sword. All of them have been trying to collect for the past few, 100 years or so. That's why I'm in the sword.
Right, so that's why you shoved yourself into the sword and let the body roam free.
See, the little detail that got lost with my most recent pact was, bitch didn't bother to explain to me that separating your soul from your body separates your consciousness too.
Attest to that.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess.
So, with my body running on autopilot, it's kind of turned evil. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I guess I just got rid of the few morals that I actually had.
Wow. Yep. Alright.
It
So,
all started with good intentions. It's just not ending that way. Look, the whole
alas, history repeats itself.
yeah, no kidding. You don't know the half of it though.
Mesky starts tapping on his fingertips. Wait, how many Dragon Slayers were there?
There were 5 of us.
And I start counting my fingers one more time. That is 6 of us this time. It's not repeating, haha!
Well,
Okay, Tim has to be the odd one out.
Sure, Tim is.
Yeah, Tim. Definitely not you, Mesky.
so I, that Dawson guy, that kind of, evil bastard?
The one we shot and tried to stab?
Yeah, bad idea, by the way, but I won't go into your decisions right now.
Okay, well,
He's,
to each of their own, alright?
he's one of 100. The Queen, I have been establishing spies across the country for, well, forever. A long time. I have been keeping tabs on everyone and what everyone was doing. I think the only people I wasn't really good at keeping a tab on was the council. Tried. Bastards.
Wait, the who?
The council. You know, the ones over in Mavo.
Yeah. That looks. Yep. That makes
You
sense.
know how the queen has kind of started the whole sending her army out and trying to take things?
Just wanted the whole place to herself?
Not even close. It's not a coincidence that dragons are coming back at the same time that the queen is trying to, take over things. She knew about the Red King's plan a long time ago.
How long ago?
Like, the entire time he's been planning it.
Okay.
The queen wants the world to be destroyed. She wants the dragons to come back.
Right.
So something we can rub in the Red King's face more. Fun.
I mean, yes
Let's
and
deal
no.
with that. So, let's talk about getting rid of this queen for now.
The easiest solution to all of this is getting me back into me. Then, I have all the royal power to make all the royal decrees, that sort of stuff.
Right.
He wants to find your body.
Hey, look, I get that. Biggest thing. Just need to get through everywhere. Yikes.
Their body would look like beef jerky right about now.
Dude, wrong time.
What?
He's not fully wrong.
I mean,
I
you'd
thought you
be
were meant to be the
surprised
moral
what
of
a
people.
you'd be surprised what a pact with a demi-lich over there would do for your skin. Wonders.
Oh, the demi-lich. Yeah, okay. So, we just need to break into the castle, kill the queen, set decrees, let my girlfriend go, and somehow do it within a very limited amount of time because Dawson most likely is going to have that lot killed. Okay. So, how do we do this?
What's the plan?
I have no idea. Just kill the queen and get Cherry here back into the body.
The plan is the only way you get to see the queen is if the queen wants to be seen. You've got a little bit of time, because thankfully, as much power as Dawson does get allowed, you probably can't just straight up go execute some prisoners right off the bat.
How long do you think
You
we
need to
have?
get, remembering some levels of the bureaucracy and the fact of how unimportant killing one of the queen's dogs prisoners, 72 hours, give or take.
Alright, 3 days. We need to.
You need to get within the queen's good graces. Thankfully, all of you are pretty strong, pretty powerful, and Blue Rayum has problems from time to time. You figure out a way to solve one of those problems, whatever it may be, and most likely the queen will see you. Or, it also be one of the problems, and she'll want to see you.
Wait. See us if we fix the. Is she the big eye?
The big eye.
As I'm pointing up.
Sorry, big
Like
eye.
eyes.
Oh, the eyes around the walls.
Are you referring to the wide eyes on the walls?
Mm-hmm.
No, those are beholder eyes. Oh, she'll want to see you in person.
Oh,
Oh, now you just figure it out.
I have plan.
No.
Look, the queen will want to personally meet whoever, the local hero is, or want to meet the local troublemaker. After all, you were on that chopping block, and that's how you ended up in your situation. He points at you, Galadin.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Alright, then fine. Either become troublemaker or fix a problem. How easy is it to become a troublemaker?
You guys are on the right path.
You need
Well,
something
trust
of
me,
a
that'll
show
take
of.
us like half a day.
You basically just need a show of power. Prove to her you're more valuable an ally than anything else. She likes powerful people on her payroll.
Right. What the hell happens if we smash one of the relics? As I gesture to the patron packs?
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to try, but they're all pretty much indestructible.
Okay. Just trying to think of all sorts of possibilities.
I mean, the most you can do is, make another pact with the relics, but that's not a good idea, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I should know.
Yeah. You kind of made all of those. Alright. I guess we're gonna cause some trouble.
Well, hold on.
Ah.
We'll talk with everyone before we do anything.
Trust me, it's easier for us to cause some trouble than to solve it.
Yes, but it's easier to talk to everyone before you just make a goddamn decision.
Yeah, I know. Just thinking. Look, you try having 2 days to save a girlfriend.
I mean, if you
haven't
want.
had many days to do many things, and I had one day to save my sister, and that killed my ex. Now, do we want to continue with this?
Okay, you got me there. Fair enough. You guys got some thoughts, or
To
Scenario.
cause a ruckus, and 50% of me wants to do things in a way that would get her attention in a good way. Get on her good side. And I think the good side might be actually more beneficial because potentially she'll never see it coming when we backstab her.
fair point.
Instead of
God.
making
Problem is, we
us,
just
yeah, instead of causing a huge
Yeah.
ruckus, we could do some good.
fair enough. Biggest
And
problem
you
is that we
won't
need to
be
find.
wanted in every place ever.
That too.
That's fair. That's fair. Alright, so biggest thing is we've got to find some problem to solve it.
Probably your easiest way of doing that is making your way to Chult. How you get in there
Right.
is more up to you.
Cholt's the place that we just looked at, isn't it? You know, before we went
Yeah.
into the water duct. Yeah, fair enough.
No. The place at the wall, that big, heavily defended wall, that one's Travali. Travali is where all the citizens of Blue Rayum live. Well, where they work to live. Where they
Ah.
work is Chult.
Right. So we just got to get into Cholt. Any security I gotta know about, or
Well, considering Chult is basically a slave camp, yeah,
fair enough?
the easiest way you're going to make it into Travali and thus for Chult is if you have, some form of identification papers, which I know none of you have, or you find someone that's already managed to sneak their way inside. If we still
My
had Dawson
previous
on our side, he probably could have got us in there.
Don't look at me. Dawson's the one that got pissed at me. Okay. Hmm.
It
So,
might
one
actually be more
question for-
beneficial than
Hmm. Alright, one question for me. What happens when you return to your body with these powers?
Well, technically, you lose all of it.
Right.
But when I'm back in my body, I can remake the pact with you.
Right. Right.
Because I mean,
Handle and
I'm
insight.
already at patron level. I mean, you're welcome to roll insight if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll roll inside as well on that.
But she would continue to try and explain of, I'm already at patron level as it stands. I am going to be plenty powerful enough when I get into your body. And with a natural 20, you can tell she's not lying. But it seems like she's more questioning herself as she says it.
She doesn't know the answer.
Yep. It's not that she lies, she just doesn't know her. Right. Alright. Means to an end. So, this thing. Finding some trouble to stop in Cholt.
Well, let's get back
On
with
the other
everyone else.
side. Yep.
Well,
Alright.
is there anything else you want to tell us as I start standing up?
Not particularly. Although, since I'm here, if you had any further questions, you may as well ask them now.
And this is the moment where I test the radio. Glenn, did you have any questions for what did Tim say? Blue Eyes?
And you would hear nothing but static.
Nothing from them.
I guess that's it. Alright.
Alright. And go ahead and sit back down right here as she points at the center of the circle, or the pentagram.
Yeah, sit back down.
and she kind of
Sit back down.
places her hands. Well, she claps and then places her hands on your shoulders, and as she does, you actually feel her touch your shoulders for a brief moment, as all of a sudden you feel the magic like refill your body as the pentagram's light just
Oh,
fades out. And to everyone else, Galadin's eyes are back to blue.
whew. That's better, I guess.
Beautiful.
Sounds like you're
Okay.
getting used to it.
Look, we've done a lot of weird things throughout this whole escapade of ours. Let's just get back to the others and sort out this plan. Wait, how do we get out?
The same way you came in.
Should we- Yeah.
I walk out the door.
Yep. As in,
and
like, how do we
now
get out of the
we are
maze?
going to navigate the maze of the water.
Yes.
And as 3 hours
Yeah.
go by and you're just trapped in
Follow the
water.
current. No, it's follow the
Oh,
current. Not that hard.
Pesky, were you raised in a barn? Close the door.
Technically, yes.
He was.
He was
Actually, I
raised
was
on
too. in a
farmland.
sense. Yeah.
You were a sophisticated redneck town.
Have you guys ever seen Sweet Home Alabama?
Oh, great. Now I'm imagining Nisky with my home accent.
That's basically what I am.
No.
I'm basically able to get that redneck accent if I could get one.
Spend a couple of weeks in Alabama, you'll get it.
I can't handle
All
that
right.
movie for that long.
Alright, so while you guys make your way back to the waterways, and Blue will help, I guess I can start calling her Cherry now, will guide you through.
Yes, Cherry.
Shouldn't it be just the water current taking us? Because if it's a
Not
canal that
necessarily.
goes all the way out. Oh, it could take us out a different way. Yeah.
Yep.
Still tempted, but no.
But anyway, we go back to Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, you fill out all your paperwork, you hand it back to the teller, and she says she'll radio one of the guard captains to come on out and get you.
Yeah, I'm
wait
not in
for-
my Dragon Slayer armor.
Did you have another suit of armor with you, or just some standard
I
clothes?
do have. I believe last time I checked, I believe I have the old police armor.
Iron Foreign, no fucking armor.
Yep.
Just walks up to the gate teller naked. All right, I filled everything out. Oh my god.
Oh, that would be a
God.
fun thing.
Oh god, all the scouts are showing.
Anyways.
Yeah, I still have it.
Alright.
For some reason, it's not equipped.
So, after about 30 minutes, the gates open. A squad of about 2 of the normal guards and 1 of the captains comes through.
Mm-hmm.
As the captain comes up to you, you do notice he does have a tail, despite the fact most of his armor basically covers up most of his body. So, you are the one who's wished to join the army.
Last time I checked, yeah.
You're willing to give your life for the queen and country?
Hmm. Yes.
Uh, we will We'll work those questions out of your minds. Come,
All right.
we have work to do.
Uh. All right. As I start to follow him.
And they escort you into the town.
Tempest is the
Now.
one that got in the right way.
And you do notice that the two normal guards kind of walk behind you. They do seem to have their hands very close to their weapons.
I'm not gonna strike at you. That would be a foolish decision on my part.
Yes. And many, many fools have tried to use this method to make their way into the city.
Well, I am no such fool. I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I know better than to do something stupid like that.
I suppose we'll see about that. As they guide you through the gate slams shut behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And assuming Jermaine was expecting you to come out or come through, he would definitely see you by now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with us, Jermaine?
Jermaine, oh Jermaine, therefore art thou Jermaine.
Saint Germain, are you here?
Quincy Myers, where are ya?
Quincy Myers. Ah, yes, let's mix up all of his names.
Yes, I see.
Isn't his the actual character name Quincy Myers? Or am I hallucinating?
No.
Jermaine Myers.
Jermaine Myers, sorry.
I said Quincy because that's the name I've known him by the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I just mix it up all the time. I don't know which is actually which.
Well, to be fair, his character more or less kept that hidden to us for a pretty good portion of the campaign, so.
Yes, we know.
Curse you, Jermaine. Tonight's the night you decide to fall asleep in the middle of the session. How dare you?
Yes. Yes, how dare you? How dare you stay up at such ridiculous hours and then fall asleep inconveniently?
That just means this character is actually taking a long rest, not a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, the soldiers guide you
eternity.
through the town. And,
Hold on, let me try something.
So, where are you from?
we are all from the city, born and raised or reborn. Our past does not matter now.
Uh-huh.
Now, more importantly, what's made you decide to join with the army?
I like helping out people.
Yes, you will learn to help the people very well.
In the back of my mind, I'm like, oh god, what have I signed up for?
Maybe next time think it through.
But I will say that they lead you through pretty much the entire town until they reach the large gate that leads into Trevally. And the captain would kind of wave his halberd up, or not his halberd, his trident, raise it up as he's kind of signaling to the guards on the wall as they go ahead and start to open the gate. And I will say by about this time, the rest of our boys are crawling their way out of the canal and see a small group of guards getting ready to enter the valley and Tim with them.
What is Tim doing?
out of the canal as we see Tim?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Uh,
Gods.
Hello, and what are we doing to get Tim? Quinn. Quinn? And he's not answering.
No, seriously, you're trying to.
Huh?
Oh, he's actually asleep.
No, I'm not actually asleep, dude.
He was pretending to actually be asleep.
No, that's what I meant. Like, Jermaine is asleep.
Yes.
Jermaine is still having a long rest. Oh no.
I took 8 hours, dude. That was not an 8-hour
Yeah,
thing.
that's fair.
Speaking of, I gave the tracker to someone. Did it ever move?
Nope.
Pay attention.
There's just a knife at the wall.
Hmm. I think the
Mm.
anti-magic field might have just blocked the signal at the point he entered through.
He could have.
Might have.
Possible.
Look, what the case may be, we just got a problem now. And
Just
that
keep
we've
up.
got a.
You don't think
Okay.
I won't dig out your entire wall.
You're welcome.
I will
to
blow
try.
the F up. I will blow it up. I will destroy it. Okay.
Jermaine single-handedly figures out a way to get the queen's attention. Boom goes the wall.
Yeah, can I
Blow up
subtly
the
speak
walls.
to my party, see what's going on?
You can quietly whisper one sentence, but anything more than that is going to get the attention of the guards surrounding you.
Okay. I will be asking, whispering,
Hi guys, how you doing?
what's the plan?
What's the plan, guys?
Okay, so with the guards on top of the wall, is there like an overhang with the wall itself,
You know
or
what? As I start submerging my entire body into the water, and I start getting out immediately, and I start running towards my good old buddy Tim.
Oh, I think I know what you're doing.
wait, what?
As I
Use
jump him.
greater invisibility.
Oh,
All right, where are you teleport him to?
Right into the water I was just in. That I
All right.
dunked into.
All right.
You guys do know
Oh,
I was
but-
just getting inside the fort, right?
The myths about how haunted the water is around here are going to go up. As a strange
Yeah.
figure dashes out of the water, tackles a guard, and vanishes.
Oh, no, they couldn't see me.
Well, no, at
Oh,
best
yeah.
they would see dripping water just run up and disappear a guy.
Yeah, just a line of water along the ground.
Yeah.
The
What's
guards
that?
suddenly, the two guards that were behind him draw their swords. The captain turns around. What did? Intruders in the city! Sound the alarms!
I'm going to stealth.
As
Can I pop above the
just
water?
to, like, stay hidden.
do you want to pop up out of the water?
Yeah, I'll pop above the
I
water.
mean, the water is clear, so.
Yeah,
As
if they
my
look in the water,
invisibility
they can see.
ends.
Blah!
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hide underneath the bridge. Just like.
No, I gestured
Doing what I
towards
can.
inside the fucking tunnels again.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
just
a good
basically
idea.
start like slapping my arms because I can't swim.
I'm gonna try to
I
keep
start
him underwater as
pulling
much
him.
as possible.
So he wouldn't do that, because I'm making sure he
Yeah, I'm
wouldn't
pulling
fucking
him as
slap
well.
in the fucking water.
Like an idiot.
You're the tallest
He
of us,
is the
aren't you?
dumbest.
He is the tallest.
You can
He
touch the
is.
fucking
He's like
floor.
6'4".
Oh wait, yeah, I can touch the floor, can't I?
Yeah, so shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Tim is just very
The-
confused.
The only problem is he's wearing a bucket helmet, so he can't put his head above the water to breathe.
Yeah, so I kind of need
I
to
take
take
it
that
off.
off. Yeah, so I'll take that
I
off.
take it off for you. And
Wait, you don't
As I
have your
spit out
wit.
water.
All right, you guys hide in the canal.
Tim's not hiding.
You're not gonna go in the canal.
What? Why? Tim
Goes
has
under.
no. Okay, I mean, I guess he
Yeah, in the
could.
entry to the waterway maze.
Yeah, they're dragging you towards it.
Why would you not
Yeah.
hide?
Because
There
Tim.
are no
does-
disadvantages to hiding.
Oh, that's right. I'm not.
I know Tim isn't the brightest, but he can pick up on a few things.
Yeah.
I think.
He'll pick up
You'd
on.
figure, but here we are.
Well, first of all, panicking because he can't swim.
either way, as we're dragging you into the tunnels, that's where we're hiding.
Mhm.
Does everyone have to roll
Yeah.
stealth?
At least you three do. Jermaine's not there.
that.
Well, at least I don't get it at disadvantage, but I'm probably gonna be the one that breaks it.
Yeah. That's a pretty good roll there.
Not really, they're just guards.
You
I
gotta
heard the
roll a
captain sort of
+1
begin-
about their passive perception.
The captain goes over to the railing, looks around. You guys can even kind of see him look back, just like, please don't look down the canal. Please don't look down the canal. Prepare a search
And-
party for the canal.
Fuck.
Shit.
Okay, simple enough. As I
Yeah.
turn, it's 4 of us. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's not the one I wanted, cat. Wrong number, cat. That's
Wrong
4.
number, cat.
As I turn all 4 of us invisible and I say, go down the stream.
Alright.
As we get out and try to get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Stop! You have violated the law.
Tim was this
Pay for your
close
crime or
of
serve the
actually
sentence.
getting in, and you guys ruined it. Great job, guys.
We're in!
What do you?
No, we're in.
We're not letting you join the fucking army.
Joining the army wouldn't have gotten you that close to anybody.
No,
Especially
but
if
if
it's
you guys
brainwashing.
told him about the local hero, he would have, and he knows about what happened last night. He could have suggested we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Him trying to
don't
catch
know
I already
you.
have an
With
idea.
that. For one,
I already have an idea. Just go.
we do not need you to be in the army exactly
I-
when all of us are still illegal.
Yes.
So you chose to drag me along with you.
Yes.
Do I want to be split from the party that long?
Oh yes, being in a group that's completely chaos. Ugh, my
Hey,
life.
you're part of that chaos. Hell, you've caused half of it.
Never said I didn't.
A true follower of Odavir.
What the fuck are you complaining about? I'm assuming.
We could have had a man on the inside. Maybe got a few.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
What item did I program to tell Tim to stop being a dumbass?
Wasn't it a rock?
a stone.
Yeah.
That was this one.
Didn't I get rid of that?
I don't know.
No.
Yes, you did. You gave it to something. I remember you saying something about a rock. That's all I remember.
If you gave it away, I can always.
Right.
remake it
I
later.
think I gave it to Jack Pine, and I think he
He's
used
the one
it.
that doesn't need it, honestly.
Be right back.
I have
Jack
enough
quickly
slots
comes
to make
back
one
from the
for
bathroom
each.
and hands Tim a rock.
Yep. So I assume we're all gonna head to the tavern now?
I get out of the water, I'm going to be trying to dry off as much as I can.
Yeah.
If you guys want to attempt to meet back up at the welcome wagon.
I'll head to the welcome wagon.
As we
You're
head to the
still-
welcome wagon, hopefully finding Quinn there.
Yep.
Quinn,
Aha.
where did you pass out at? Just on a rooftop? 'Cause that's what I'm
No.
guessing.
In the inn. In the bed.
All right.
I wouldn't risk staying on a rooftop. That's weird.
Oh yes, you guys never do weird things.
Yeah,
Completely unheard of.
Yes.
I don't
Never
do
have done a
weird
weird-
things. I don't do weird things inexplicably. I'm a pretty logical person.
I'm back.
Yep. You missed nothing.
Okay, so what do you
Hmm.
guys want to do now?
Well, we just need to get into the Queen's good graces and, well, meet her in person. We've got. Wait, hold on. Quick question: did the 3-day countdown include the first day that we stabbed him?
Probably 3 days after whenever he makes his report of the situation.
Okay. Which
Hold
is
on.
probably sometime today or
Mm. So far, I'm assuming that we have to do this tomorrow. But you see, the plan is to get into the Queen's good graces and to
Well, to be
enter
seen
her.
and clean is the ideal way, is what we were told by Miss, you called Blue Eyes.
Cherry.
But as I look over to,
I'm sorry, who's Cherry?
Hold on.
that's the Miss Blue Eyes. This is his real name. The
Oh!
blue-
So she actually finally revealed her name. Nice.
Give me a minute.
It's nice, yes. But the fact is, we need to all be together at least, I would expect, because, well,
And you think doing this through normal channels is a good idea? Ingratiating ourselves?
Could have done this through normal channels for fucking once.
No, Tim, I'm saying it as if it's a bad idea. I don't think you're picking up on that.
No, I'm not disagreeing
Lack
with
of
you.
confidence in that method.
I don't disagree with you. I just think that we had options and now we just cut ourselves off options.
You would have been a normal foot soldier. A normal foot soldier doesn't speak to the queen.
Unless he is a...
seen as someone that's powerful, yes. But here's the question. When will you be seen as powerful? When you're getting trained? Sure. Perfectly fine. But when you get noticed is when you get something involved.
I'm
If you
well
want to
aware of
actually
this.
if you want to know how to set something up, you could say, do this. One of us could start a rampage, start hurting people, and then all of us could come in and stop you, quote unquote.
But
Sorry,
why am I
part
the
are we
one
up
that's
to
causing a
explaining this
rampage?
to Tim?
I said someone can cause a rampage. I didn't say you.
Well, we got Jack for that, so...
It
Wait, where is
was
Jack?
An example, not a plan.
It's a example, Tim. You
I'm
need to
well
catch up
aware.
on
I'm
these
just saying
things.
we could work with that.
Well, there's also another thing that inadvertently Mesky opened up for us.
Wait, what?
We could just hand in some random people as intruders.
How do you expect to get away with that exactly?
Well, do you think they keep an eye on each and every person within the city that enters? Actually,
I'm
yes, they do
pretty
that.
sure at least the guards saw your faces last night, but I could be wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Don't know any of that.
Mesky just straight up
Actually-
disappeared.
This is the first city where my identity is actually entirely safe. Well,
Yes.
From what you know of.
Ironic. Yeah. Yeah.
we
All
could
right.
report the fact that we took out the Floregno power grid.
Yeah. Is that even technically powerful though?
What do you mean that's
I
not
mean, have you-
powerful?
We
That
don't
cripples
know.
their
Do you
number
rem-
one enemy nation.
No. We don't know where they have their quote unquote bar.
What?
That's the issue. We don't know where it's at.
infiltrated an entire we infiltrated an entire complex which had baby dragons, an adult dragon, several security members, and basically
could-
wiped out
we
their
could-
entire main source of power.
We could introduce ourselves, offering our services, asking maybe
Yes, but we
maybe to
need
explain maybe
No,
to
Quinn,
explain
Quinn.
why.
Quinn, you were a little late on the conversation, but the Queen apparently won't show unless you do something significant to show power.
Okay.
That is the key words.
Oh
That's-
god, please don't
that's
tell
the
me we're
idea.
dealing with a lich.
Well,
No,
kind of.
don't worry about it.
Like, that's exactly why you should worry about it. It's a
Don't
goddamn
worry about it.
lich.
You're thinking of the details too much.
It's too far into the thing. You guys have to talk to her yourself next time.
Anyways, so why don't we? So what happened when you guys climbed over the wall? What happened?
Show the wall.
So,
as I was
we
saying-
flew over, we fell, and we couldn't get magic, as we said.
Yes. Really, Tim, don't worry about it. There's a lot of things that aren't. Really
Yeah, I know that there are
relevant anymore.
anti-magic stuff. I'm well aware of that.
Well, as I
anyways,
was saying, my idea: present ourselves as the dragon slayers. You know, people who have killed dragons. I can show up in Jupiter's literal set of armor, offer our services, and act like we're here in order to get Galadin's family back as payment, because that makes sense. And hopefully we'll be able to get an audience.
Oh,
we
try to
could have
hype
done
you
that
up.
from the beginning.
Hype ourselves up as the Dragon Slayers, the new Dragon Slayers, with the
That just appeared
capability
in
of
town.
killing dragons. Yeah, we appeared in town without getting invited in. That's a show of strength in its own right. How powerful can you make your illusion magic? Do you have any?
Illusion magic.
Broken.
I know you can make yourself look different, but is that all you can do?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't hear you, Galadin.
He's restarting his Discord.
We could either simulate our fight ourselves, or we could create a fake enemy from nothing.
So
we
you're
could-
suggesting we put on a
If we
show?
could find a way, could we put on a show with the warden?
I don't know if he would like to come in here.
No, I wouldn't ask him to come in here.
I think that might be a bad idea.
Huh. Interesting.
Galden?
What if?
I'm back.
Hi.
What?
I got lost in the void for like
Hey,
a good
there we
minute.
go.
Could we? Okay, what's the biggest solution that anyone here could cast? The biggest thing that they can conjure up on top of their head.
On top of their head.
Like,
Head in
what's
some
the
fake
what's the biggest
people as intruders.
that could
Not
work?
necessarily people. I want to use our identity as the Dragon Slayers. So if we could
That
create
will
a
get-
dragon.
That would
Yeah,
definitely get
that-
us notice.
I don't know
But
if
you want to bring in Warden?
No, we're not bringing in Warden. But that's a bad idea.
Not your
maybe
call.
not. Maybe not into the city, but maybe we could stage a fight outside the city on the outskirts.
But that means that Ed coming in here is pointless, other than just to talk to.
We-
Yeah, it would have been a
Right.
waste of time. Sure. But
Ugh.
bringing
Mm.
Warden into the city could mean him die. So
Yes.
Staging said fight.
Okay, so does
it's only one
anyone?
option. But
Okay,
Hello.
you said you
We
saw
hear ya.
eyes
Yeah, Zane.
on the wall. What did they look like?
I was saying I have an idea, but go ahead, Tim.
I'm asking Quinn a question. You said you saw eyes on the
were-
wall. What did it look like?
big fucking eyes. I don't know what to tell you there.
Older eyes, I believe she said.
Beholder.
What descriptors are you
Beholder eyes.
asking about?
Yeah,
We
well,
need to. You know, the weird thing is that. Oh wait, would my character know the distance of the anti-magic field or no?
Fuck no.
Would any of us know?
No. As
No.
far as
Mm-mm.
any of you know, beholders are more like mythical creatures, like
Yeah, I
fucking
don't
Bigfoot.
I don't think any of us are even thinking of the wall as beholder involved.
Okay, so we went.
Yeah.
I
So
think
we-
Not
the
until we
exception
were
is-
told.
at least from Ezekiel's point of view, the wall is some weird eldritch horror shit again.
Yeah.
it is.
So from our standpoint, it might as well be a mythical creature. Okay.
But Zane, you said you had an idea about the fight idea?
What's within my abilities to put some of my blood in the Green Dragon Slayer armor and stage a fight that's believable, but makes us think that we're worthy of the Queen's audience and/or her adding us to her her forces.
Well, we just need to talk to her. That's the thing.
I know, but we have to have something important enough for her to even considers granting an audience with us. We can't just be like, "Hello, how are you? We're here to see." No, we gotta be convincing enough where she even considers us not a waste of her time.
Exactly. It
Hmm.
needs to be shown. Like, I could at least do a couple of tricks, but I can just do tricks. It's nothing that special.
I mean, you can teleport people, so you know that's a thing.
Nothing that special. They shrug.
Fair enough.
I mean, last night Galden and I did kind of injure one of her top commanders pretty heavily.
That was just a spy.
Sometimes.
Oh, it's just a spy? Thought it was pretty. He
Mm.
seems important.
Well,
Somewhat.
spies do have their uses.
I don't know. I think we should certainly try and use our identities for once because they might actually serve us well. I mean, she's the body of the Blue Dragon Slayer, right? She'd
Yeah.
recognize
Someone
Jupiter's.
coming in claiming
Wait.
it is the new Blue Dragon Slayer
Okay.
that will draw
She'd
attention.
recognize Jupiter's armor and Ezra's armor.
Okay. How about
Which
this? Are you
she
fully
though?
rested?
We're fully rested, yes.
Yeah, I'm rested enough.
Well, what Cherry said was a lot of shit apparently happens around town. You could possibly show your strength just by walking around, apparently.
Oh, that works.
I mean, we
But
could make
that's
a
by
show.
chance.
We could walk around
And-
flaunting ourselves, and if the guards attack us, we could make a
That'd
show.
be a show of
using
Fight them off.
Yeah.
their own guards.
Mm.
Can we not kill them?
Yeah, no. Killing them would definitely make her less likely to ingratiate ourselves. We just gotta
I
prove
look towards
that we're
Zane for that one.
stronger. Yes, please, less killing.
Why you're looking at me?
Alright, so everyone,
I haven't heard him to fly the
Let's-
entire time.
let's find
Not
us
yet.
ourselves some trouble, see what we can do, prove our strength, get in. Probably fighter.
I say we go to whatever the biggest city center is, we proclaim our identities, we ask for an audience, we show our power, and when guards show up to corral us or stop us, we defeat that entire wave of guards.
I just try to speak to her in my head. You think that'll work?
Probably.
Alright. Just
Doesn't
don't
hurt to
fuck
try.
up, because if we have to run around, we can't run away. We'll just look weak.
Yeah.
We've got to
Yeah.
defeat whoever shows up. And
I
prove that we're better.
will wait on the sidelines then and just watch. Make sure
Yeah.
you guys are all good.
Yeah, a little magic
Mm.
thrown in from the side wouldn't hurt. You don't necessarily
wouldn't
have to
hurt
get
at all.
yourself too involved.
Yeah. Zane, I've been meaning to ask for a while now. You've also got one of those magic stones, don't you?
Who?
You know, the one that you can shove like spell slots into and
Yeah, smaller
you know.
one. I can only hold 5 spell levels in it.
I thought you were able to hold 10 spell levels into it.
Oh, just 5.
Mhm.
I think yours holds 10.
No, two of them. No,
If I
both of them hold
remember
10.
right. No, I was up to a 5th level slot, I believe.
Yeah.
Wait, the stones could only hold up to 1/5 level.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. That's why I was confused earlier.
Yeah, it's enough for
Wait, I've been
a
cheating this whole time?
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Possibly.
Quick, kill Galadin again. Let me see what
Quick,
we got
kill
here.
him!
Quick, Galadin got eaten by a crocodile last night.
Hang on, I got a mind flayer real quick. It spawns on top of Galadin. Eats his brain.
Ah!
There, that's
Screw
big
you,
one
get
for you.
more spells.
No, I thought Galadin's was slightly bigger than mine in the first place, but I don't think it was that much bigger. I don't remember.
No, because
Oh my.
you found the stones in Mavo, and the reason
Yes.
the stones existed at all was so guards could teleport from the bottom of the wall to the top of the wall.
Yeah. I swear you said one stone held 10 spell slots worth.
I've been using 5 this whole time.
No, it's only up to a 5th level slot.
Damn.
So wait, have we been cheating with the stone the entire time?
I haven't been.
Apparently.
Accidentally, yes. For me, yes, accidentally.
You dirty son of a bitch. It's okay. I'm not stressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've cheated all the time. Not in this game, but not. But
Dirty
well,
cheater.
How dare you? I'm sorry. Yeah. Would I be able to get the other one? I could use an extra set of spells. You know, getting only 2 uses a day isn't really helping.
All right, not important either way. Moving. So do y'all have a
Yes.
plan yet?
I think we got a plan.
once and hopefully guards
Walk into
attack
the
us,
center of
or
town.
get something that doesn't attack us that we save.
Yes, one of the two. We'll
We
just head to the
reveal our
center of town.
identities. We make our claims that we've slain dragons. We ask for an audience. We talk about whatever negotiating we want to do then. And if people show up, we show them that we mean business.
I look towards Tim.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you need to not look like
Just show up
you
in
know
your
from
actual.
Florigno.
Yeah.
It's currently in
show
my
up
bag,
in-
so
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take out, because you were wearing the Floregno armor.
I
We'll
am.
take out the entire set of
Is there a place
stuff
where
we
I
made
could
from the
change
black
without getting,
dragon's shield.
soaked?
Black dragon
What?
shield armor.
I
What?
am
Yeah,
gonna
that's great.
need the axe in order to sell it.
Or what are you
What?
doing?
To
Jack's axe
I'm gonna need Jack's axe.
The one he refuses to let go.
and
I
have
don't know if
actually
we're gonna be able to get
adapted
that.
to him.
I'm
Yeah.
going to say, because Jack's in the bathroom, you can borrow the axe, you just can't use it.
Yeah, I'm borrowing it. I'm not gonna
Don't-
use it.
Don't carry around an axe that you can't. Sure, you can sling it on your back, but don't even try and use it if you can't use it. Don't.
The
We
funny
cannot
part is
show.
I
can
don't think I can.
teleport to his
Not without
anytime.
disadvantage.
Okay, then don't carry
exactly.
it. Don't use
Don't
it.
bother.
We can't show weakness, which trying to swing an axe you can't lift would show weakness.
Yes,
You'd look like
exactly.
a fool. This
Yep.
is all about
We all wanted.
presentation, the greatest degree of presentation we can manage.
I'm well aware.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
So, yeah.
Show.
So you gonna give me that stone, Zane, or
Me?
No.
You
am
mean-
I?
So,
Yeah, am I gonna get the second stone, or am I just gonna be flying solo on this one?
Sure, I can give it to you.
You sound very reluctant to do so.
I mean, I've been using it a lot, and you can only really cast one extra spell with it, but I'll give it to you. I've
Well,
gotten a
now
lot
it's
of
4
mileage
spells.
out of it. What do you mean it's 4 spells?
I can get a lot of mine. Well, now I get to cast 4 spells a day instead of 2. As long as I play my cards
Okay.
correctly and cheat the system. Yeah. So we're gonna. yeah.
Yes, I hand it over
I'll
for
take it.
now. Again, this is a loner. I don't. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to put the second spell slot that I have in it, take a short rest, and then be fully charged.
It's fully charged with all 5 slots.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, I'll still need to short rest because I put 1 spell slot into it.
Into your own.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Short rest.
Yeah.
If we really
Yep.
want to have a show, I could draw a card.
We don't know anything about that. But
We
if you
still
say
don't
card
know
out
what
loud,
it does.
if you say card out loud, Mesky
No,
will,
I
will
don't.
immediately.
I don't say
Okay.
anything about that.
Yeah, we don't
Just
like the
think about it.
entire party does not know about the deck of many things that we have not used
The
for
only
the
person with the deck of
majority
many
of the
things
campaign. We only used
literally
it
won't say a
once.
Because only one person fucking has it.
Yeah, I know.
And
I'm well
knows of
aware.
it.
Technically, You technically used it twice.
Well, twice.
Yeah.
And we've been using the money we got from it this entire time. It's funded
I
our
know.
entire adventure.
Pretty much. Aren't we almost out though?
Yeah, we're low.
Don't worry about it.
Compared
Oh,
to
then-
before, at least.
We'll, we'll figure
Something
it
for
out.
you, my warlock friend.
Sorry, what?
Eldon,
Hmm?
Yes.
I require something from you that may or may not be useful in the future. Can I get a small favor from you?
What?
Oh, I've been coming up with some ideas in my own head that may or may not work down the line, like infusing some of Jermaine's blood to give him a better pistol when we meet up with the family again. Could I get a sample of your blood to put in this vial?
Is that what you've been doing?
Um,
He has my
you know
blood.
what?
I don't even
You
remember
know what?
where he got my blood from.
Not gonna
I
say
think
a
he
word
took
about
it
it.
from you while you were.
Oh, when
I
you
think
got the
he
new
was taking
leg,
it from you
I
while
helped
you were
clean you
bleeding
up.
out at one point.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
So is that a yes, my friend?
no, out of character I did remember, but Jermaine didn't.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Why not? I want to see where this goes.
You gonna take this little arrow here. It'll only hurt for a moment.
Oh!
Roll damage of one of your daggers.
The hurty
It's-
one.
Just max damage.
Imagine.
Use
I
the
mean,
lightning
even that-
dagger.
I mean, that's the only dagger he has.
You know
Yeah.
what, Mesky? Actually, I think I have the job for you. Be
Mm,
our announcer. Really sell us. Talk us up as much as you can.
Yes, I want to see this. Oh,
I need you to roll the damage on that thing.
the damage,
I-
my dude.
don't exactly. Don't. Well, I can try, but I will not say I'm any good at that.
The
My body just
six.
starts jolting about. Oh,
Do you have one of your you have one of your damage modifiers turned on, Zane?
here it is. Hold on,
Set it
I'll
up
be
for me.
back.
Eject my sheet because I literally haven't touched anything.
No, it's right. The 6 points is right, at least. I don't know where the 4 is coming from.
Yeah. Oh, for some reason I have it done twice. That's weird. Yeah, that was my bad in the programming. There we go. All right. Mesky, are you going to be the hype man?
I said I could try, but I don't know if I would be that good at it. Nor
You're
do
gonna
I
have to.
really want to, but maybe I don't know. If I become the hype
Hey.
man, that means I gotta get involved.
If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, but
Oh.
I can be loud, but
No, I probably shouldn't.
I don't trust Tim knows what to say.
That's why I said
how-
I probably shouldn't.
Let's put it this way: how do you expect to do it exactly?
By
Where's the
telling
dragon
How
the
do you want a hype? How do you want? Where do you want to do this?
I mean,
Center of town.
Yeah.
there's the center of this
What's-
place.
Ask Blue what the biggest, most trafficked area she thinks would be.
I think that question to myself and to her.
You realize I can hear them. Oh,
I'm just, I'm just growing with you.
most likely, if
You-
you're wanting to make a show for the queen, it's best to do a show in front of the guards. And the biggest concentration of guards is going to be by the back gate.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Fuck it.
All right. How do we get to the black gate? The back gate. Sorry.
Do you want to do that fresh in the morning or just go out there right now?
Fresh in the
Let's-
morning.
Fresh in the morning.
We don't have a whole lot of time,
I mean,
don't
s-
we?
You have a
no,
That's
no.
me too.
Let's do it now. It's like midday. It's a pretty damn good time.
That's
to do it.
fair.
I mean, it's afternoon.
So
It's not even
true.
sun setting.
Late in the afternoon, I'd say, by now.
It's close
Yeah.
to sunset.
I could technically be the hype man for this at this time of day. It wouldn't be that hard.
Yep. How
Up
good
to
are you
you.
looking for
Someone's
spells, Mesky?
Someone's just gotta sell us as the Dragon Slayers.
I'm just a little.
Galton, can't you disguise yourself as someone else to sing praises of the Dragon Slayers?
I can.
I
is the
said
thing.
Galadin, not.
I know I can is my point. You
Yeah.
don't need Galadin.
That's
You
true.
can. I don't think I can.
I mean, both of you could, but
There's only one of
I mean,
you
I'm
that's good
kind
at
of-
performing.
one of you is better than the other. No offense. As I looked at Galadin,
It's him.
Come on, dude.
I know that. It's him.
I know.
Yeah, that is
I-
super offensive.
Not hard to know that I'm fucking top for it. My character just doesn't do it often, is why I'm fucking role-playing it like that.
Well,
Yeah.
you're about to do it.
Had a reason to do it.
Let's get the ball rolling.
Take a shot and go stand in front of some guards and scream at them. Do it.
Do
To
it.
do, we could have
Stop
hired
it.
Jack to do it.
Near
Yeah.
that area with the high concentration guards, is there a place with normal people? Because we also want to draw the attention of any city folk. We want to make a big show.
That is
out of
true.
this.
There will probably be people, because it's right near the gate that goes into Trevally.
Let's get them.
Oh, the gate that we ended up going through the canal with. Okay,
Yes.
right.
There's gonna be an even bigger concentration of guards because they're looking for us.
I know. It's gonna be like 50
Oh yeah,
guards.
Rango would have a field day right about now.
Rango, no, Rango would possibly die here if he didn't already.
Rango
Eh,
did die.
Gather any-
Rango did
Too bad
die.
I wasn't able
I said
to
if he
gather any
didn't
of his
already.
blood. I made a puppet.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that for show's sake.
All right.
Mesky,
Shall we?
the signal to start will be obvious.
Oh no.
As I am dressed up in my quote unquote Dragon Slayer armor with the Black Slayer's axe. Which means I need to turn that off and switch on back on the other.
Don't bring the axe if you can't use the axe.
It's only to
Please.
sell it.
Don't bring it.
No,
We don't want to get
if you-
stolen,
Don't
especially.
bring it.
Fine, I won't
Don't
bring
bring
it.
it.
Teleport it, but we don't want it to be fucking bitchy fucking
It's not,
Jack. if
it's
he
not
gets the
about it
chance.
getting stolen if you can't move around while it's on your
No, I
back.
can move around with it. It's just I can't.
Can you?
I should. Maybe.
Tip. We just don't want you to get yourself in harm's way, is all.
Oh, now you guys are
More,
concerned.
more than usual.
Concerned
Yeah,
the
we
other-
need you
I
as
was
a meat
concerned the
shield for
entire
the
time.
queen.
Oh, sorry, that's just a shot from earlier.
Yep.
I get suited and booted and let's go.
All right.
Suit up and let's roll
Old
out.
friend. Dead
Yep.
and gone.
All right, boys.
hmm
I want everybody to roll me intimidation as
I
you
want-
strut your asses through town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is to
boys.
keep the guards from attacking you on the way there.
Let's go.
I'm going to enlarge myself
12.
and march my ass through town.
Oh,
All right, that will give you advantage.
Too
In
bad
the
I.
full set
I'm
of
behind all of
Golden
them looking
Dragon.
meek.
Too bad
Yep.
I do not
bad
have
that
advantage
I
on
rolled so
that.
terrible.
But I did roll bad.
I rolled horrible.
Dude, I got a nat 20. I think I can cover
I'll
for some
add-
of you.
I got a 10.
I'll add another 4 to my roll.
19.
Well,
That. Oh, yeah.
Well, let's just. How long would it take to get there?
Huh?
Because I just
Hour
want
or
to
two,
double
it-
check something.
maybe an hour, give or take. Why?
Oh, okay. I was just looking at a spell. Just as we turn up and before the shouting begins, Armor of Agathis.
All right.
You know, got a boost.
Well enlarged. I wonder if I could enlarge Tim and then he could wield the axe. We'll
I
worry
probably
about that later.
could.
Don't worry about it.
Does enlarge affect your strength?
It does.
Yes, and it lets
It
you
gives you
carry
advantage.
things as if you're another size class larger.
Yeah. Let's not worry about it right now, please.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, a couple of the guards that are wandering around town kind of start to step up, but as like giant Jermaine and Galadin looking like a literal ice monster at this point, they decide to back away for a bit. Just like, I'm gonna wait for backup.
And we want to
The more
draw
backup turns
attention
up,
of the
it's like,
town. We
need
want
some
to
more.
we want to get a crowd following us as we march up on this area.
Yeah. I can't
I'll say a
believe we're
couple
doing
people
it
you
like
kind of catch
this.
the eye.
Let's fuck them up, dude.
I will say you
Hell
don't
yeah,
quite
brother.
have a crowd, but you guys get to the back gate, where in which the guards of the gate go ahead and step down, a few of them.
Where do we set up our tokens?
You set you guys over there.
Okay, thank you.
And they stand there, weapons ready, but they are not attacking you yet.
Just melee weapons?
Yes, just melee.
Alright. Sorry, I've gotten some new spells that I've been wanting to try out, and honestly, they are looking fun.
Sailor Jupiter.
Although I would say there are crossbowmen up on the wall.
Bitch.
Oh shit.
You want to compare crossbows?
Does the hype man want to take the front line? Or
All right. So very simply, I'm going to make myself a very simple escalator of a wall of force that is coning me as I start walking all the way up.
Wait, can you even do that with Wall of Force?
He can wall of force around himself.
Yeah, you can control the panels individually.
Yeah.
Nice.
As long
Yeah,
as they're
you can
contiguous.
literally turn it into a hamster ball.
That sounds like a fun little thing to do later. We should try that.
I am standing
No,
at
that's
the
what
very
he's just
top
done.
with the walls up in front of me, so I don't get shot by any arrows. I start or pronounce it. I turn on my suit to start glowing random fucking colors. As I now start breakdancing.
Oh
No,
God.
I'm kidding.
All the
Dragon
kids
Slayers
with like
want attention.
ADHD just like go berserk.
The new Dragon Slayers want attention. And if you don't show us any gratitude, you are not going to be having a fun time. However, if you do show us some gratitude, we will be very friendly. How am I doing? As I yell down.
Attempts just
I
like
shrug
has
my
his hand
shoulders.
onto his face.
I can do this as I give myself a bardic inspiration.
I will allow it. Although you didn't state your conditions.
Or
Oh, you didn't say you wanted to see the queen.
no, I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
As I look up, if you don't let us have an audience with those who rule over you, I don't see a reason why we should bother deal with you. Now show us the way we need to go. As I look down, and I'm going to be doing the Superman pose, hands on hips, fists on hips.
Captain of the guard looks up to you. Go ahead and give me a performance roll.
Performance. I don't like performance, but I'll do performance. I'll roll that.
Holy!
Shh. Silence.
Just 29. Not good.
Not good at all. God, awful.
No,
Like the
wait.
guards just start tracking their weapons.
Normal. I announce normal mortals don't deserve our attention. Now show us to our old comrade, and I will add flash of genius to that for another 4 to a 33.
Okay, that's a bit more average.
Oh, God.
Dude.
All right. Captain of the guard stands there, looking over you guys. You all say that you're powerful, then? Prove it! As he waves up to the guards on the wall. Bring out the bay here.
Oh shit!
What?
A Bahir. Let's fuck him up.
Let's go.
As they lead out, wrapped in chains, a Bahir. It occasionally trying to kind of jerk its way out of the chains and not having any success.
Well, I'm
The
glad
captain
I'm
Hey,
looked
don't bring his. Oh no, that's metagaming. Sorry.
Oh.
I was about to mention something that's like, oh wait, they do this. It's like
They
the player
do.
knows that.
I
the
now
character
know what's
doesn't.
in the middle wagon.
The captain points his trident out. If one of you can defeat our Bekir, then we will grant you audience with the queen.
Not quite what I had in mind, but okay.
And I point to Ezekiel.
I think the idea is that we all fight it.
He only said one, so
Don't play by the rules.
No, I'll go for it.
I mean,
Man, I wasted it
I
on
mean,
rogue. I get this spell
we
for nothing.
could fight it together, but I don't know. You know what? Screw it. We'll probably just fight it together.
Just ends up eating the captain.
He did say one of you.
I'll announce if I need
Yeah.
help. I'll go in alone for now.
Alright.
Whatever you do, make sure you leave enough of it so I can take a sample.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be plenty.
Big man is always ready for it to get bardic inspiration.
All right.
Nice.
All right, Jermaine, you do have to be on the map though.
No, I don't. I exist beyond this plane.
You do have to be big on that.
Hold on, let me.
Cthulhu creature from that mansion.
And I'm gonna move myself over here because I'm big, or up on the air.
All right.
If I join Mesky where he's at,
You have to go all the way and try to find the entrance to it.
damn.
You can, it's just a bit hard. It's all invisible.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the turn order this time?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I see it.
All right. Roll. I hope you can roll higher than that. Roll an extra.
If I roll lower than that, I deserve death.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh yeah, we'll roll.
Should we all roll?
Just in case.
I'm gonna go ahead and have you guys all roll just in case something gets funky.
All right. Fudge.
But as of now, the only ones we have to worry about are the Behir and Jermaine.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, aren't you category size large?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right now I am.
Smoke
Yeah,
some
so
tobacco.
can the DM actually represent that with the token size? Because we can't control that. Thank you.
Oh god, the giant cowboy showed up.
Oh god.
Nobody mess with the giant cowboy.
Giant robot. It's Bumblebee.
I've gone full. I've gone full. I'm a full Space Hulk now, rather than just a mech. I've gone
Come
full
back from
Space
Walking
Marine.
Dead. Negan's from Walking Dead. And he's pissed.
Right. You gave Twin Terminator armor. Shit. I didn't give
Come
him
with me if
Terminator
you
armor.
would.
Did you give him Terminator armor? Where did he
All right.
Come
No,
with
I
me
didn't
if you
work.
want to die.
So, first part of my turn.
Mhm.
Bow, simple creature, and Remus will cast Dominate Monster.
Ooh.
Please work.
What saving?
Oh.
What saving throw is that? Or does it have one?
Wisdom 16.
Wisdom 16.
Wait, how do
Yeah.
you get
Fuck!
access to a
Always.
fifth level? Oh.
Always.
That would have been amazing.
Alright, I just wanted to try that because it would have been sweet.
It would have been great, yes, but it's such a powerful
Yeah, that
spell.
would have
If
been.
it works, it will always will shut down everything.
Alright. Bonus action, mark him, and I will walk right up next to him. Fuck being a bitch in this fight. And take 2 shots point blank.
Alright.
Is this count as advantage? Because you. Yep. Oh. Oh.
Oh, I forgot to mention grit. I'll do that next turn.
You do have, yeah, you got extra attack with your last level up, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I've had
Yeah.
it for a while now.
Oh,
Since
He got
fifth
it at,
level
like,
Artificer.
He's been going Artificer.
Yeah, he got it. He had it since level 8.
Yeah.
okay, let's math for a little bit here. 48, then the 9, carry the 2. What are your resistances? Literally just that. Half of those.
If it resists
Don't forget,
lightning,
the
it
crossbow
doesn't.
ignores resistance.
I know, but it's immune to lightning, so it does
Then it
resist.
resists, yeah.
I know how my crossbow works.
Just being helpful.
Are you?
Helping.
70. Okay,
Stop
that's
it.
80 piercing plus 11 lightning, accounting for
Yes.
resistance. So that's 91 points of damage.
Question: Bloodied is when it's at half health, or
Yeah.
Yes, half
It's basically when
Yes.
it's at half or below half.
it is bloodied?
They wanted a presentation. They got a presentation.
I mean,
They got a fucking presentation.
Jermaine, can you
We're
roll
all
me an
just sitting back
intimidation
and
real
watching
quick?
at this point.
Intimidation. All right.
Come on, give him advantage. He's about the size of the creature and just pop 2 shots right into him. Oh, dude, roll 2d4. Or is that
Why?
only melee attacks?
Oh, nah,
Isn't
I
that
think
the
it's only
effective
melee.
in larger
That's
dudes?
That's melee. I
D10.
think that's melee.
You get a bardic inspiration for
I know.
intimidation. Oh, you're gonna have to roll high.
Hold on,
Mesky
literally.
using the
And I will add another 4 to
13.
that, so 17.
So,
Well, you had to beat 11, so you beat 11. As the Bahir literally gets down, like flattening it, yanking on the chains that the guards are trying to hold it at bay with, just like trying to get away from you.
I own a dragon. You
Breathing
think
and-
this thing is worth my time?
The captain kind of steps up. Take the Bahir back to its cage. As the guards quickly, like, all right, let's go. And the Bahir very willingly gets turned around and like runs.
Poor Beanier. It just did its job.
It didn't even get a
just wanted to do its
chance.
thing, man.
Yeah, Bahir wants to Bahir. I was totally ready to absorb elements on its lightning damage and resist it. Take quarter damage. If I save, take an eighth of the damage. If it attacks me, I would have cast shield and had Remus give it disadvantage. I was ready.
I'm pretty
I
sure
know.
if any animal goes to challenge something and it basically just like cuts it in half, if it's still alive, it's gonna fucking run.
Yeah. Same
It's
thing
like,
with the spy, but they don't know that.
Oh yeah,
Looks like I'm not
Ezekiel
gonna get
was the
my
right one
sample.
to choose for this fight.
And the
I mean, right now, my crossbow bolts are like spears in size.
I know.
the captain will look over to your group. You will be escorted. Ah, crap! I forgot the name of my own town.
To the queen.
Oh, that was the word.
You will be escorted to Sarva. Motherfucker! I literally just looked at. You will be escorted to Savgarde. After that, you'll be instructed on how to present yourself to the queen, and then she will see you.
Just hurry it up.
Oh. We don't have all day.
Alright.
The captain waves up some of the guards. Some more guards come out as they kind of line up, and captain does a little gesture with his hand as all the guards kind of look amongst each other for a moment. They take their hand and they do a small bow as if welcoming you into the city.
Sweet.
And you guys now enter Trevally.
All good things, all good things.
All good. Okay. Whew.
I kind of want to know what damage the Bahir would have done that round before I killed it the next round.
Actually, how much
Jugger
health
next
was
round.
left on it?
So you could either choose to do its lightning breath or it could just bite you twice.
Yeah.
Miss almost both times.
Yeah, miss both times without shield and without disadvantage.
Yeah.
Now, if it could manage to get the nope, it couldn't because you were enlarged, so you're not small or medium, so it couldn't have even swallowed you if it tried.
Bitch.
Mm. Yeah. The Behir. Yeah, you left it at 70 hit points, my dude.
Yeah. One more round and it would have been toast.
I would have been
Oh yeah, if we
spending.
were all fighting it, that would have been dead.
I
Oh
would
yeah,
have
we
been
would have
spending.
killed it round freaking one.
I don't do much.
I would have spent 4 grit the next coming round. In addition.
Yeah, can I get a
Honestly, I
sample or
think you
no?
should have spent the 4 grit then.
I know I forgot about it. I gotta announce it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be
I
able to
know.
collect enough to get a sample because at best there were like a few drops of blood on the ground.
Yeah, no, it got shot by lightning bullets. It got cauterized.
Instantly cauterized.
2 spear-sized lightning bolts entered its body.
Yeah.
And it
Wait,
usually
I thought it was like
usually
6.
oh yeah, wait, yeah, it fires multiple.
Yeah, it fires multiple ones, man.
The funniest thing is it probably ignored the lightning bolts because it's like those don't hurt me, but it did.
Yep, it
Those
now it's
can't
gonna
hurt.
have PTSD whenever it sees you again.
That's Jermaine's here now. You guys are gonna be like trying to break out of the city after killing the queen. Just oh shit.
I
And you
know.
find the Bahir cages and you just see one that's
Oh.
like backing deeper into its cage.
You haven't heard my plans for Proes. I'm going
Uh.
to be taking all of Warden's children under my wing.
Good luck
Oh
getting them.
no.
Didn't all of them leave? Or am I hallucinating?
They're currently under the Yellow Overlord.
Mhm.
I killed because we didn't kill him last time. Sorry, I saved you guys.
No, you made the right choice at the time.
You made a good
And
call.
I'm thankful that Mesky saved us.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, Mesky's supposed to be always down on himself. God damn it.
It's fine.
Anyway.
Stop being wholesome
Yeah.
at the only inopportune time to do it.
Yes.
But with that, we will end the session as you guys are guided through Trevally and on your way to Savgarde.
Woo!
Did this have
Dude.
anything?
Well, you didn't take up front for killing the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you would have actually had a fight with it, too.
I
Yeah.
probably would have had a
Anyone
one.
else
That
would have.
fucking instant
It would have been
shot.
one hell of a close fight for me.
I don't know. The
Oh,
only
no.
reason why I didn't do it is because Ezekiel was bigger, therefore he probably had a better odds against doing more damage.
Well,
Yeah, I don't
one.
want to risk
Actually,
the
but you did.
team for my
If
blood. Yeah, I don't want to risk the team for my bloodlust.
the difference between Ezekiel and Zane is Ezekiel does less damage. Zane does less damage, but he's way tankier. Because guess what? Even though my AC is so high, if it did hit me, I only have 50 some HP.
Yeah, you're a
You
glass
would've been-
cannon.
Yeah.
Literally
even after
just
I
about
converted, I'm 86, so.
just about any
Still
enemy
close to
in the
double.
game. Yeah, any enemy in the game can really kill me.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
a
I
glass
mean-
cannon.
Let's see that Bahir not accounting for lightning resistance. Let's see. Yeah, average damage of this lightning breath 66.
Yep.
Mhm.
Dead.
If I didn't have extra ways to defend myself, just done.
Yeah, you would have been screwed
Does,
as soon as
I
it
would have
just.
to
Does your-
back him up.
Does
Oh
your
wait, I
AC
would have
have
been
to
fine
come into
too
account to
because I'm
that?
resisted as well.
No, I think
No,
it's
my
dex
AC
save,
wouldn't
isn't
have come into account, but I'm currently wearing armor that lets me resist it. I could have
Fair
saved, and
enough.
I could have cast the spell to lower the damage further.
Yeah, I
it?
guess
So you'd only take
if I were
what,
to,
dex damage?
Depends
go
on
all the way
if
to,
I
like-
save or not.
With everything going his way, he would take half from his armor, half from the save, and then half from even more resistance from
The damage.
I don't know.
absorb element.
I don't know. Actually, resistance probably doesn't stack, so I probably couldn't use absorb elements on lightning.
Johnny, here's a question since I don't know this
Um,
I
creature.
always heard it does.
I think
Maybe it
the
does.
I
I'd
think
say
last time I checked, it only goes down to a quarter resistance, but I could be wrong.
Does it resist
I don't know.
poison and or fire?
You
No.
I
resist
would say
poison.
you do not know.
Oh, I'm out of character asking, but yeah, fair enough. Because I'd be like, if I was actually there, I'm like, right up flames, use the glaive, hope for the best.
I mean, based on the fact that it was a slimy lizard lightning dragon, you could probably assume it doesn't resist fire or poison.
And even if it resisted
Well, that's
them,
what it is.
Oh,
It's
poison.
like a giant.
Give or take.
Okay.
even if it resisted them, it would have just taken full damage because it definitely isn't immune to them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
can
want to keep going for
show-
so much more. Oh, I
I
want to get this
gotta go
over
to
and done
bed.
with.
Anyways,
I
I'm
know.
gonna hop
I'm
on
being
off.
selfish.
Later.
Also,
Eating three
but
giant
here's
bats,
your
6 troglodytes, and a mind flare.
Alrighty, looks like our party is about to meet the Queen of Blue Rayum. Some things have been revealed. But yeah, I think everyone in the party, as well as everyone that was watching, saw that from a freaking mile away. But yeah, maybe I should do a talk show where I talk about things I regret and stuff in terms of doing Dungeons and Dragons. That could be a fun thing. No, for later. Anyways, I'll see y'all mates next time. Goodbye.